rivalry game is really big for both teams, and two of the best teams in the country will be playing right here on Saturday, and maybe the two best. So it's a big week for us always. The way it's shaping up is interesting in my opinion. Probably a chance we'll play each other later in the year as well.
I think these type of games, these same state, same conference, high stakes games just don't exist a whole lot. And we're very fortunate that it does for us. And it certainly drives us this week, but it drives us in a lot of ways each and every week of the year.
A chance to be the champ, top of the heap, unsurpassed in the books. Then it's time to walk the walk, the moment of truth, 0 hour. That time is now. The 124th Brawl of the Wild. I know what it takes to be a champ. They say to be the best, you gotta beat the best. But there's so much more to it. The work, the time, the dedication, the hours, when no one is looking, the talk, the expectations, the waiting. Touchdown! What's the payoff? A chance to be the champ, top of the heap, unsurpassed in the books. Then it's time to walk the walk, the moment of truth, 0 hour. That time is now. The 124th Brawl of the Wild.
Welcome to the 124th Brawl of the Wild on Scripps Sports Saturday Showdown, presented by Whitefish Credit Union, Montana's largest credit union. We are in Missoula, Montana, the biggest event in the Treasure State. Series dating back to 1897. Great Divide Trophy on the line. The Grizz and the Bobcats 3 against 2. The fans are geared up for battle here at Washington-Grizzly Stadium, and this is at stake, the Big Sky Conference Trophy. A look at the Big Sky Conference standings as we enter the final weekend. Here's the top 7, the Grizz and Bobcats playing for all the marbles. Hi everybody, I'm Trey Bender alongside Ty Gregorak and Jordan Tripp for this one. The stage is set and the stakes have never been higher. 2 against 3, Big Sky title on the line, national seeding implications, and for these two powerhouses, it's bragging rights. Offense versus defense, that's been the talk all week long. Let's talk about the Bobcats defense, Ty.
Well, yeah, there's an old adage, it starts up front, and it never rang true with this Cat defensive front. I mean, 4 defensive starters are all seniors, led by that guy right there, Kenny Iden out of Bozeman, Montana. Big game last week, I tell you what. This guy has gotten better every day in the program. Have yourself a coming out party. Great Falls, Montana's finest, Cole Taylor. He's been active. He scrapes to the football. I love watching this young man play. And this guy right here, I tell you what, with that performance last week against the top 10 UC Davis, he might have just solidified himself as the defensive MVP in this league. And guys, I got to tell you, it's the greatest rivalry in all of college football, but I am lucky because I get to introduce this fella, a guy I got to coach, a 37, an All-American, and a guy that made some money on Sundays, Mr. Jordan Tripp.
Coach, how we doing? So fortunate to be here, guys. I mean, what a special atmosphere and environment. So today for Montana, if they're going to be successful, the big three is just going to absolutely have to click. Eli Gilman's a complete running back, true NFL talent, can hit the home run from anywhere on the field. Kaylee Ayat has established himself as one of the top quarterbacks in the FCS, and definitely the leader of the Montana Grizzlies. And last but not least, the electric sensation, the superstar, Michael Wortham. You will see him all over the field today. Expect him to get the ball. The kid has nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards. Montana fans are pleasantly surprised by his play for the Montana Grizzlies this season. The kid will get it at quarterback. He can make you miss in a phone booth. He's a defense's nightmare in space. I was a linebacker. I used to hate going against guys like this. You see him in here going from wide receiver to quarterback for a double pass. The kid can throw as well. Expect him to get the ball early and often, and if Montana's going to have a good day, he's going to have to show up.
He's electric. It's electric on the sidelines. Here's Kyle Hansen.
Yeah, guys, the games you play in November are the ones that you remember. And so far, the November weather's been treating us pretty well here in Missoula. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Stockman Bank weather report. 35 degrees as we're about to kick things off here at Washington-Grizzly Stadium. Winds about 6 miles an hour out of the south. Mostly cloudy, but we got a little sun peeking out right now. Man, we couldn't ask for a better day here in Missoula. So that's a quick look at your Stockman Bank weather report, Montana's brand of banking. Well, obviously, this game is special across the entire state. And one of the big reasons why is, of course, the Montana natives that are suiting up for both programs. In this game, we've got 76 guys between Montana and Montana State that call the Treasure State home. 44 at Montana State, 32 with the Grizzlies. We've got 6 towns with under 1,000 population represented in this game. Of course, Billings is your biggest city. Melstone, your smallest, with Bryce Greevy at Montana State. And Missoula with the most players at 15, and 9 Sentinel High graduates out there as well. 24 total towns and cities. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not alone on the sidelines. I'll kick it over to my partner here on the sidelines, and Grace Lawrence. What's up, Grace?
Hi, Kyle. When you talk about the Montana natives, you got to talk about the legacy numbers. Number 37 for Montana and number 41 for Montana State. Both are Billings natives. You know, Paul Brott for Montana State, he played at West and is the heart and soul of this program according to the team. He's also carrying on a family legacy. Vegan said this team looks up to him. He's selfless. He's a nose tackle. Clay Oven, number 37 for Montana. Played at Central. He's a redshirt sophomore linebacker, the first underclassman in over a decade to don the number. I know we got a number 37 in that booth. Back to you guys.
17 Big Sky titles for Montana State, 19 for Montana. The Grizz, an FCS record, 28 playoff trips. Montana State is going to get the football first. As you look at Jabez Woods standing back at his goal line. Ty Morrison to kick it away. And we are underway. Brawl of the Wild. Woods from the goal line. And Morrison hammers on the kicker. Out of bounds at the 27. Justin Lamson, dual threat. 146 straight without an interception. He's been a catalyst for the offense. Look at his numbers nationally.
Trey, Justin's been incredible really all year. The guy has thrown 16 touchdowns and 0, I repeat, 0 interceptions in Big Sky play. What a gift he's been for Bobcat Nation to transfer out of Stanford.
Finds different ways to impact this offense as they start this series from the 28-yard line. To the air, incomplete. He wanted Taco Dowler over the middle. Micah Harper in coverage. Today's players to watch brought to you by the Jewelry Design Center.
Yeah, just looking at Tanner Huff, I love these two kids, Tanner Huff and TJ Rouse, 2 Montanans. You're going to see them a lot on both the defense and special teams play.
And
Coach Tim Houck loves the way those guys tackle.
And no doubt about it, that left side of the offensive line for Montana State is about as stout as it gets.
Lamson on 2nd and 10. Dowler's got it. Harper stays with him and hauls him down at the 34-yard line, 3 yards short of the first down. Micah Harper, their leader back there, one of them. Lamson, though, so efficient, it sets up a 3rd and manageable.
It is, and that's what Coach Vegan always talks about. You know, in order to be great on 3rd down, you got to win 1st and 2nd down. Get to those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s. It's good to hear your voices, guys.
I can't hear a darn thing up here. Yeah. But hey, that's what Montana State's done so well all year, is win 1st down and put themselves into 3rd and manageable.
Lamson to the sideline near side, and that's close to a 1st down as he hooks up with Dane Steele. Harper again on the tackle. It will move the chains. A good first initial series for Lamson and company. That 1st down brought to you by Tyrama.
I tell you what, Jordan, that was a tougher throw than you think. I mean, he starts sliding to his right. I mean, that's a longer throw, even though it's a 3-4 yard gain. Nice job by the Cats moving the chains.
1st down at the 40-yard line. Junior from El Dorado Hills, California. 6 straight with at least a touchdown pass and touchdown run. So efficient in so many ways. From the 40. He'll hand it off to Julius Davis, and he breaks a tackle momentarily across the 45. Tackle made by Lawler.
Interesting look there. Montana State went in an unbalanced set. Number 14, Taco Dowler, number 2 receiver, was covered up, ineligible, something that Montana had a little bit of issues with against Portland State. Interesting wrinkle for Montana State in their offense early in the ballgame here.
Second down, 3. Just underway here. 124th Brawl of the Wild. They'll send Jones in motion, fake the handoff to him. Lamson over the middle. Catch is made by the tight end, Hunter Province, and he is tackled near the shoulder pad area down at the 40. 13-yard pickup. Big play right there.
A little play action boot here. This was a nice throw by Lamson, man. Getting it over that coverage, and the nice catch by Province there just to hold on the ball because yeah, necktie there again, Jordan.
Physical ball game out there. But, I mean, yeah, Lamson, he has the ability to layer his throws. Shows how complete of a quarterback he is.
Our Whitefish Credit Union replay. First down at the 40-yard line now. Fake to Dowler. Lampson's going to run it. He can do it with his feet. He's inside the 20. He's inside the 10 and knocked down by Ford, the cornerback, at the 7-yard line. What a run from Lamson. Maybe underrated with the way he can run the ball. 33-yard pickup.
Yeah, talking to co-defensive coordinator Tim Howe, they run mid-zone about as good as anybody, if not the best in the country, is what he was saying. You know, everybody, well, we lost Tommy Millard. I tell you what, when Justin Lamson runs the football, he runs it extremely productive. He's competitive too. You know, I was talking to wide receiver coach Sam Mix. It's like Lamson wants to get hit a few times, and then he really starts playing.
They're in the AVA red zone. You saw the numbers. Both teams very good in this area of the field. First and goal. Handoff. Jones hit hard and dropped at the 5-yard line. That was Peyton Wing. He plays fast. The play caller, number 32.
The kid can flash all over the field. He's a Buck Buchanan Award candidate for a reason. Best defensive player in the country, potentially. And this is where Montana has really done well all season long. One of the top in the Big Sky Conference in keeping teams out of the end zone and forcing them to kick field goals.
They're tops in that red zone. Efficiency on D. Second and goal from the 4. Pistol formation. Jones behind Lamson. 2 receivers, 1 to each side, and a penalty flag comes in. And the Grizz fans love that on the far side.
Jordan, you'll remember back in our day when I was coaching and playing, we used to pride ourselves on how many times we could get them to jump.
Number 72 in the offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
That's Kelly Holman right there.
No doubt about it. I mean, you absolutely have to try to use this and capture this energy if you're Montana, but no doubt about it. Try to get them with those move calls, but they kind of took that away from the game, coach, where you jump down in there and give them that move.
Totally. A lot of that's on the defense and the way they move and stem, like you're saying, but this is one of the greatest crowds, if not the greatest crowd in FCS football.
Second down from the 9 now. Lamson, pressure coming. And down he goes. Otlewski got him. Initially, it was solo Tuliaupupu. They get the sack.
Montana lives and dies by pressure. And Montana State knows that they're going to take their chances and man-to-man opportunities on the perimeter. But Montana sends pressure with 5. Line game between Solomon Tuliaupupu, number 58, and Caleb Otlewski, the young linebacker.
25th sack of the season as we look at our decibel meter. Over 100 and climbing. Third down and goal. Lamson, pressure coming again. He's going to run it, and they've got him. Kellen Dietrich drops him at the 21-yard line. That is his 4th sack of the season. He's been coming on of late.
I tell you what, for a series that started off very promising, I mean, that was a nice 3-4 plays. Fantastic job by this Grizzly defense to bow up inside the red zone and potentially hold them to 3 here, Jordan.
No doubt about that. I mean, Montana, again, they just absolutely try to confuse you on defense. And right there, it was a 5-man rush, but a lot of mixing and matching and changes.
Miles Sandstead from 39, and the kick is good. A good opening drive for the Bobcats. They get 3. It stalled out, but Sandstead 14 of 17 now in the season. 10 plays and a score. Montana State strikes first. Montana State draws first blood, 3-0 here in Missoula. Get out your phones. It's time for the Marsh McLennan Agency Fan Zone. Scan the barcode, bottom left of the screen. Follow the instructions. Send in your pick. Sponsored by Marsh McLennan Agency. We'll share some of our favorites later in the game. Boy, the atmosphere here early, guys. I know you've been in this stadium and in Bozeman as well. It is special.
It really is. I mean, Jordan, you can speak on it. I mean, you've been a lot of the great places in FCS. You've seen ball games at FBS. You've played in the NFL. This is one of the greatest atmospheres in all of football.
Roker to Wortham. The All-American to the outside. Wortham to the 40. And a great return to open things up for Montana on special teams. They'll start near the 45-yard line. It was Dane Steele on the tackle for the Bobcats.
No doubt about it. Going back to your last point, Coach, I mean, this atmosphere is as good as it gets. What I would compare it to, I mean, it's like Lambeau. It's like Green Bay. I mean, Montana State, it does not get any bigger than this. And that young man right there, Michael Wortham and Kaylee Ayat, are going to have a big day for the Montana offense. For them to be successful, this kid has just matured before our eyes. Almost 70% of his passes completed. Really protected the ball lately. And truly taking command of the Montana offense.
One of the top seasons in Grizz history at quarterback. Student of the game now. That's where he's really matured as a flag comes in before they can snap the football.
Well, Jordan, you were talking about the unbalanced formations.
False start. Number 70 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Colin Amick. Kelly Holman, how about this? His last game as official. Big moment for him here.
All I was saying was Montana State came out with some unbalanced formations. The Grizz were too, and you and I were talking. These penalties, man, they can be drive killers, and we kind of saw that with MSU last drive.
It could be a difference in a big game like this. You see the freshmen in an atmosphere like this jumping outside from Montana.
First and 15, Ayat stepping up in the pocket and gets rid of the football incomplete as he bounces it to Gilman as he was under duress. Players to watch, brought to you by the Jewelry Design Center.
Well, Dylan Botner, right there, and Drew Deck, again, a couple of Montana boys. Botner's going to have his work cut out for him. But Brott and Eckert are no joke inside, man.
No doubt. Paul Brott, the captain, one of 3 brothers. This kid's probably the toughest kid I have seen on film, and then Grebe. Both so fun to watch on that stout Montana defense.
They're going Wildcat here with Wortham. It's a reverse, a fake reverse. He's going to keep it. Wortham to the outside. And bumped out of bounds inside the 25-yard line by Carson Williams. There he is again. He's made 2 big plays here in the early stages.
A little hippy-dippy trick right out of the gate by Brent Pease there. I tell you what was the best part about the play, though, Jordan. Watch the perimeter blocking here out here. This is fantastic by that Grizzly offense. Nice job, and the rest is on him.
Yeah, Eli Gilman just sprung him on the corner. Wideouts blocking on the perimeter, like you said. Man, Michael Wortham is so electric and so special.
47 for the Peyton watch list guy. First down inside the 25. They'll hand it off to Gilman, trying to bounce it to the outside. He's tripped up. That was a good play in the open field made by Taden Gray.
Yeah, big play, Tay. They call him. You're right, because I've been so fired up to watch the big 3, as you guys call them, and I think Gilman's one of the best in the country. Fantastic open field tackle there by 7, Taden Gray.
Sophomore from Arlington, Texas, has played some nickel. He can play all over. They'll play 10 back on that back line, right? 10 guys?
No question. He's been all over the place too. I mean, again, I like both the nickels in this game. I'm excited to watch them both.
1-yard pickup on 2nd and 9. Wildcat snap, and Gilman in trouble in the backfield, and down he goes. They looked like they were looking at some kind of a reverse setup there with Ayat, and it just was blown up from the beginning.
Good responsibility football by Coach Howe's defense. Taden Gray, though, man, this kid, when you throw the film up, he's a nickel, he's a DB, and typically they do not play well in run fits. He gets involved in the running game. Excellent open field tackler. Just bottled up.
Yep.
Responsibility football, and you said it on a couple other games. Montana State plays with probably the best leverage in the entire FCS on defense.
Loss of 4, 3rd and 13 now. Trips to the near side. Ayat looking that way. He goes to Brooks Davis, the redshirt freshman. Makes a man miss inside the 15. He's got a first down.
Yeah, and just when you were talking and highlighting the leverage of Coach Howe's defense, little lost leverage right there on the guy we were just talking about. You're going to watch Taden Gray coming up here. He's got to shoot to that outside hip. Right here, he's got to pull the trigger, but he's got to go outside. He didn't leverage the ball, extra yardage.
Yeah, you got to send it back to his buddy Cole Taylor there, the outstanding inside linebacker.
Boy, Davis, he's been explosive all season long.
Yeah, Montana has a lot of weapons on this offensive side of the football.
On the 14, they're in the AVA Law Group red zone now. Fake to Gilman, Ayat to the corner pattern. Davis again. Touchdown.
What a throw and catch. Kaylee Ayat dotting up Brooks Davis, the freshman. Jerry Rice, award winner candidate, with a back shoulder throw to open this thing up in Grizz.
It really was a great throw and catch, like you said, Trey, because Chase McMillan is in pretty good coverage here. He just doesn't look at the end. Fantastic throw and catch there in the north end zone corner to go up in theory here, 7-3.
I don't know how McMillan could have had better coverage there, to be completely honest. And that's a pretty gutsy throw to open this thing up for Kaylee Ayat.
His 25th touchdown pass, 5th touchdown catch for Davis, and Morrison's extra point is good. Each team has scored on their opening possession. It has been electric in the early going. The big playability on that drive, though, for Montana.
Out on the field.
We are underway. Bobcats, Grizzlies, it's all on the line here. Davis, the tap dance for the score.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Our mission is Montana. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
One of the best rivalries in college football, Brawl of the Wild. A field goal for Montana State. Grizz answer with a 6-play, 54-yard touchdown drive. Jabez Woods is back deep along with Jacob Trimble to his left, waiting to kick off for Morrison. Brooks Davis, the touchdown catch to put Montana in front. It'll be Woods from the 4-yard line. Fouled up, and down he goes, and that was Huff down there to make the play defensively. Bobby Houck, now the all-time winningest Big Sky coach, conference wins and otherwise. He's accomplished everything but a national championship. What a tremendous career for Coach Houck.
Yeah, he recruited me out of high school when he was safeties coach at Colorado. I became a GA at Washington, which he followed Coach Neuheisel there.
And Brent Vegan, man, what a job he has done with this Bobcats program.
I mean, like we've all talked about, guys, these guys have done basically everything except put a number 1 on the opposite ring finger. 2-time
Big Sky Coach of the Year, Vegan. Fastest in Big Sky Conference history to 50 wins. Montana State, second series from the 28. They run it with Davis for 4 yards. Now a message from the Jewelry Design Center.
More choices. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life. Come see us in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
Early on, you've seen some good things from the Bobcats, run and pass.
Well, it's back and forth. I mean, this is what, you know, football fans want to see. This was so far a fantastic game. Little good by the D, good by the O. It's a great game so far.
Second down and 6. Blitz coming from wing. They go to the sideline. Taco Dowler's got it. First down, Bobcats. Makes a man miss and goes down at the 40. Dowler, obviously a guy the Grizz have a target on. TJ Roush on the tackle.
I mean, he has over 1,000 all-purpose yards. All-American last year in 24. They're going to try to get him the ball. When he's in motion, expect him to get the ball. What a beautiful throw and catch by Lamson to Dowler to move the sticks.
His 57th catch of the season. Here's a fake end around. Lamson to throw it. A little wrinkle there. And he's got Chris Long for a first down to the Montana 37-yard line. A little gadgetry there. Harper on the tackle.
There was, and Lamson takes a heck of a pop here at the end. I mean, I'm telling you, this kid is tough. They slid Adam Jones to a Wildcat. You're right, a little more trickery. Watch the pop at the end. He's a tough kid, man. He likes to get hit. Again, I've heard coaches say he just gets better and better the more contact he takes throughout a game.
What did you tell me earlier in the week that his coach said he just wants to get hit, so he feels like he can get ready?
And Vegan doesn't always love that. He's like, hey, buddy, you're my guy. You got to stay healthy, but he's a tough kid.
24-yard pickup. Play action. Lamson has time back there. Now he's going to run it. Turns the corner, Wing trips him up, or he might have taken that to the house. He's down to the 22-yard line. Big play by Wing. Lamson again showing his ability to get out there.
No question. And number 23, Missoula, Montana's own Adam Jones. Watch here on the perimeter. Right out here, okay? Not there. He's not going to make a foolish decision, but watch right at the end. Oh, yeah! Blocked him and got 7 more yards out of the deal. Nice job by that young man.
16-yard pickup. Look at this. 6 straight. He's a dual threat. Showing his ability with his legs here in the first quarter. Well, counter there. They go to Davis, and not much happening that time. Shut down after a yard. Hayden Schwartz, the junior end, on the tackle.
Schwartz has come on late here for Montana. Really had some more impact and splash plays. 4.5 tackles for loss. 3 sacks, but the big one for him, multiple quarterback hits. He doesn't always get home for the sack, but when he does, he often causes some issues in the backfield.
Dad Bryan played with the Jags. 2nd down, 10. No gain there. This time to the right of the quarterback, it's Julius Davis. Grizz rushing 4. Sideline, tight end, Hunter Province, his 2nd catch. TJ Roush bumps him out.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to see the tight ends utilized a ton in the maroon and silver. I tell you what, Coach Vegan in those old North Dakota State days, man, he's got 3-4 tight ends, and he uses them all. It's a stable of tight ends. They love them. They've all come on strong this year, and they're all coming back for 2 more years. A good young core of tight ends.
Coach under Craig Bowl in North Dakota State in the AVA Law Group red zone now. The Bobcats 3rd down. Split backs. Lamson. Quarterback keeper up the middle. And he's close to the 1st down. Needed the 12. Jared Ramos, the nose guard, got to him. It's very close.
Yeah, that's that read mid-zone that I'm talking about. Again, they run it at such a high clip, and they do it excellent. You know, decision time here for Coach Vegan. But the biggest game of the year, what are they going to do? They're going to be aggressive and go for it on 4th and short.
And hey, Coach, you said it. Here comes that stable of tight ends right here on 4th and short.
There's going to be, let's see, only 12 personnel. They're moving Lanciotti out to a slot. That being said, my money's on the run.
Davis, the running back, straight ahead, hit, and Julio Pupo hit him, but hit him too late. He's inside the 11. That's a 1st down for Montana State.
What an awesome call. What a gutsy call by Coach Vegan to go for it there, and man, did it pay off. Just bully ball. Wanting to move the sticks and get into the end zone here for the Montana State Bobcats.
Yeah, you can see that front 5, 55 JT Reed. Mass kicks ass, right, Trip? And all they needed was a yard, and that's what they got.
Burke Mastow with the bloody nose there early in the ball game.
Trips left now. Dowler moves in motion on 1st down. Lamson looking his way. Lamson going to scramble. Lamson hit by Tuliaupupu. Goes down at the 5. He has really been a big story with their offense, the way he's run the football.
I'm telling you, it's like, oh, we're going to lose one of the greatest players in the history of the program. Viewed America's finest, Tommy Malott. This guy's got it all, man. He's got it between the ears. He can make all the throws, and he runs the football very, very well.
All right, I want to bring it up. So Lamson or Ayat, if this kid wins today, his team wins, is he the OMVP? Or I mean, we got to talk about it. They're 2 best players in the conference, a couple of the best in the country.
6 carries, 47 yards for Lamson. 2nd down and short now. Handoff, fake handoff, throws it, got him. Steele, touchdown. Dane Steele hauls it in, and Montana State's in front.
Man-to-man coverage.
Hold on, there's a flag in the end zone. Hang on here.
They might get him on a pick route. I don't know, but what a throw and catch to get in the end zone.
That's what they're going to call, Jordan. They're going to call a pick. Offensive pick.
Ineligible player downfield, number 66 in the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Yeah, in today's RPO age of football, so it wasn't a pick. I was wrong. Big Titan Fleischman. I love the way this kid plays, too. He's a captain out of Pocatello, Idaho. You know, you got that 2-3 yard cushion, but you creep any further than that, they're going to call it.
Right here, Titan Fleischman right there. Illegal man downfield. Looks like he just gets a little too far. Crosses the end zone line. The rule, ladies and gentlemen, is if you are 5 or more yards down the field on a pass play and you are a blocker, one of the 7 people on the line of scrimmage.
So that takes a touchdown off the board. It'll be a 2nd and 9 for Montana State when we come back. The 124th Brawl of the Wild on Scripps Sports Saturday Showdown, presented by Whitefish Credit Union, Montana's largest credit union. Late first quarter, Grizz up 4. A check of this week's Williams Plumbing and Heating poll question. Visit them at WilliamsPlumbing.com. Today's question, who wins the 124th Brawl of the Wild? We don't know yet. It's been quite a battle early on. Second down and 9 for Montana State after that penalty that took a touchdown off the board. They've got it at the Grizz 10-yard line.
You got Harper man-to-man again in the slot here against Steele.
They're going to hand it off to Dowler on the end around. Dowler tripped up and knocked down short of the goal line. That was TJ Rauch that got there. It looks like it's good enough for the first down, though. Let's see where they mark this.
Yeah, and Jordan called it early.
It is.
You know, when you see 14 in motion, if you're a gambling man, put your money on it. It's probably going to that guy. Great positive play, get it down to first and extremely short here.
Adam Jones, the long setback. Straight ahead, Jones, and no indication yet. He's in. Touchdown, Bobcats. They're in front, 9-7.
What a strong answer by Montana State to come back and punch it in the end zone after an inopportune penalty. Taco Dowler gets him close. The O-line and Adam Jones. Look at that surge, man. Well, strong run, too, by Jones.
And again, where's he from, Jordan? Right here in Missoula, Montana. Coach Dane Oliver, a former Grizzly player. What a pipeline he's got going, putting players to both east and west, sending them to Bozeman, keeping them here in Missoula. He's done an excellent job with that program. Shoot, you and I remember when Sentinel couldn't win a football game, and now a chunk of these guys are from right here in Missoula.
That's a sophomore's 10th rushing touchdown this season. Miles Sandstead for the extra point. And it's 10-7. Bobcats, an impressive drive as they go 11 plays for that score. Last Brawl in Missoula 2 years ago. Number 4, number 3. Wound up to be all Grizz. Eli Gilman, Clifton McDowell scored on the first 2 drives. Montana never looked back in a 37-7 victory. An impressive performance at Washington-Grizzly Stadium. But the tables turned last year in Bozeman. Adam Jones rushing for 197 yards. Bobcats capping an undefeated regular season, a 34-11 win over the Grizzlies. Their rushing attack was unbelievable, and the defense as well, as they got the Great Divide Trophy. Series history, Bobcats, they've been turning the tables of late a little bit.
Yeah, it's been, you know, like I said in the open, it's the greatest rivalry, I believe, in all of football. But yeah, you know, Montana still has a heavy advantage in the overall record. But the last 2 decades, Jordan, are a lot more balanced.
Split right down the middle. 2 powerhouses in the FCS now, man.
Froger's kick is going to be returned. Wortham taking it 5 yards deep out of there. And he's hit hard and dropped at the 15-yard line. Let's head down on the field after that Colson Kuhn tackle. Here's Grace Lawrence.
Montana State offensive coordinator Pete Sturbeck told me this week Adam Jones carries a chip on his shoulder. That Montana made a mistake not recruiting Adam Jones, a Missoula native, went to Sentinel like you guys were saying, grew up a Grizz fan. Sturbeck said you can subtly tell how much coming back to Missoula means to him, guys.
Boy, so many storylines. Montana kids, it means a lot to them. They've seen this rivalry year in and year out. Starting from the 15-yard line, Eli Gilman straight ahead. He's tripped up after a yard, maybe 2. It is tough running between the tackles against the Bobcats. That was Cole Taylor on the stop.
Yeah, again, I call this year a coming out party for Great Falls, Montana's finest right there, 34. Cat Nation's going to hear his name a lot more, and Coach Jody Owens, also a great linebacker himself, has got a fantastic young linebacker core.
This could be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd down and 9. Play action for Ayat. Goes to Blake Bohannon across the 20, and he's gang tackled at the 23. It'll set up a 3rd and short. Carson Williams got to him first. That will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So far, the offenses have been productive. There's been a lot happening in the red zone. 1 quarter in the books, guys. Off to a great start here. 10-7. Montana State, the 124th Brawl of the Wild. Bobcats have the early lead, but Montana has the football. Best seats in the house. as Montana State and Montana start the second quarter. Big Sky Championship on the line. Common opponents. The Big Sky's been very good this year, 4-0. And, you know, you can look at point differential. Sometimes that gets out of context. They've just both been really good this season.
Yes, they have. I mean, if you just looked at that, you'd think, oh, this is not going to be a game. But it's a rivalry game, Trey. You know, anything. Both these teams could be 5-7, and it would be just as fierce. I'm just telling you. Instead, they've got everything on the line. I love it.
3rd and 3 to start the second quarter. Ayat to the air. He's hit. He delivers a strike to Davis for a first down up to the 30-yard line. Kaylee standing in there and showing composure.
He's a tough kid, and Coach Brent Peace hates when this kid runs the ball, and he can run it, but he absolutely takes a shot on the chin and delivers a strike.
Yep, I mean, he does. A great job by Ayat, just like you guys said. We highlighted Iden, and here's the deal, guys. This Cat defense, they don't get a ton of sacks, but they affect the quarterback. That being said, great job by him standing in there and delivering the ball.
And Iden is the Big Sky active leader in career sacks. First down from the 30-yard line. Ayat stepping up, gonna run the football. Across the 34 and picks up 5 right there. Hasn't run it as much as last year. Effective right there. Quarterback pressure so important to both of these defenses. And here's a look at it.
They get their different ways, Coach. I mean, Montana State's defensive line is just so raw with 4. And man, oh man, Montana's defense, they get there with pressure. Montana State's got 12 forced fumbles. Montana's got 18 picks. Both great opportunities in their own regard.
2nd and 5 after the Ayat scramble. To the air. Bohannon can't hang on. Oh, boy, did he take a big hit over there. That was Carson Williams. Got there right when the ball got there.
Just love watching these Montana State corners on tape. These Texas kids from Houston, Texas. Carson Williams driving on the ball. This kid's got 5, now 6 pass breakups on the season.
Now it's 3rd and 5. 3 receivers, top of the screen. And Ayat.
So right here,
changing it up here.
They're trying to get 5-0 protection. That means one-on-ones for these guys on the outside. Iden and Parsons.
Ayat near the stick. That's a catch for a first down. And a big catch by Drew Deck, the 6th-year senior from Kalispell. J.J. Dolan over there defensively.
Yeah, you know, Deck was one of those kids that I highlighted in the open from Glacier, who got another state championship last night.
They go quick snap. Oh, Davis is hit hard. That is not free, incomplete. Bruce Davis took a shot. Carson Williams again.
They're going to get Montana State with 12 on the field here. Coach Vigen's not happy. I don't think they gave them time to sub. If Montana sub, Brooks Davis is down. You hate to see that.
Yeah, he took a heck of a shot. There's no question about it. And you remember this from your playing days, Jordan. You know, offenses, I think it's really challenging as a defense when they change
illegal
the tempo.
Substitution on the defense. 12 players on the field. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Guys, that was Seth Johnson that put the hit, but the 12-man penalty helps out Montana here.
And that's all I was saying. As a defensive coordinator, when offenses change tempos, it's hard. And if they don't sub, you can't sub. And they got stuck there. And you can play with 10, Jordan, but you can't play with 12.
You can't. And Zach Cruz is in there as a pass rusher, and they know that he's a great pass rusher at that. Good to see Brooks Davis up and running. But, Coach, to finish that thought, Montana doesn't sub. They're going tempo. They're speeding up. They're slowing down. Yep. Montana State tries to take advantage of it, and they just caught him right there at the end.
One of the top freshmen in the nation. What a season he has had out of Brentwood, California. First down and 5 now. You've got some options in this scenario as they have Wortham lined up in the slot, top of the screen. And we've got whistles here from the guys in stripes.
Something that Montana does, I mean, just as a defensive guy, they're so multiple on offense with formations. They're so multiple with personnel groups. And when you try to match that on defense, you can get caught in trouble.
Clock is correct.
Had to have a quick convo, gentlemen, to see if the clock was correct.
Got it squared away. First down and 5 now from the 46-yard line. These teams have scored on every offensive possession so far. Early stages, second quarter. Again, Wortham, slot, top of the screen. Play action for Ayat. Deep drop, has some time. Now he dumps it off for Gilman. Gilman across midfield and close to the first down. That is J.J. Dolan on the tackle. That's catch number 22 for Eli this year.
Eli's good at catching the ball out of the backfield. Way to connect between Ayat and Gilman, but Corbin Hendricks, number 14. Look for him today. Kaylee had him wide open on a go ball.
Second down and short. Gilman picks up the first down and more. He's inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. Eli, one of those guys, he gets better as the game wears on. That was Dolan again on the stop 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, I was telling you guys throughout the week, I couldn't wait to watch some of these Grizz talented players play it live. You know, because I watch every one of your broadcasts. This young man is a player. He's a player, man. Worthing, him, Ayat. I love watching these dudes play.
Fifth Grizz to eclipse 3,000 rushing yards on first down now. Ayat dumps it off Gilman. Makes a man miss. Puts his head down, and he's stuck at the 37-yard line. Johnson was over there. He ended up getting, what, a couple of yards? That's a tough 2 yards right there.
Yeah, you know, Dolan actually, he's the son of Nate Dolan, a former Grizz. You know him, Jordan. He played before. He gave Gilman a heck of a pop. That time he out-leveraged there, missed the tackle, and then he took it at the end here by Schaefer. Watch this, right at the end. Boom! Ow!
Schaefer's headline, man. Big physical tight end. We're sitting up here joking. I think if he had a couple more cheeseburgers, he might be able to play left tackle, too.
Get one at the Mo Club, dude.
They've got Galen Schaefer on left side of the formation. They'll run it with Stevie Rocker, and he shut down. No gain there. That was Uluila Kepa and Taylor combining on that stop.
Coming out of center field, man. In space. The hardest thing to do in football, in my opinion, open field tackle. Just absolutely stoned him. This kid is all over the field. He flashes on tape. Truly fun to watch.
Good to see Brooks Davis back out there for Montana. He's split bottom of the screen. You can see him. Redshirt freshman number 3 right there with his back to the camera. 3rd and 8. Rocker, a good receiving running back next to Ayat. Ayat in some trouble. Down he goes. Iden's got him and drops him at the 46.
Yeah, dude, Big Dom Solano's gonna get a minus here, but he really did affect the play. And then that man right there, the senior out of Bozeman, Montana, Kenny Iden, to finish it off. You're gonna see just running some twist games inside. Right there, Solano misses. Let the senior captain finish it off.
Hey, what a coaching point by Howther, though, to get that late wrap. Kaylee Ayat has reverse pivoted and had so many explosive plays on his off-schedule rollouts. In that late wrap by Solano, yeah, he'll get a minus, but Montana's punting. Excellent responsibility football by Montana State.
Morrison trying to pin him deep. That one will reach the end zone for the touchback. First stop of the game. Grizzlies. Cats locked up in a good one. It's been the Justin Lamson show.
Yeah, you know, he's had a fortuitous route to the Treasure State, guys. I mean, he started his career at Syracuse, coming out of California where he grew up. Then he transfers to Stanford. Now he's in Bozeman, and he's just done an awesome job. Coach Vegan called him, you know, the constant learner. He always wants to learn. This guy's been a fantastic addition for this Cat offense.
From the 20-yard line, handoff Davis. Has a hurdle man. He's shown that ability throughout the course of the season. Up to the 25, a 5-yard pickup. Not losing on the stop.
It's fun to watch Davis with the ball. He's a strong runner, but gosh dang, he's athletic. Sitting there hurling guys.
He is. He grew up
bobbing and weaving.
He started his career as a Wisconsin Badger. You know, in the last couple of years, we've got to follow these guys. He runs like a Big Ten running back. But to your point there, Trey, he does like to hurdle at times, and you've seen him do it.
6 100-yard games in his career. 2 of the last 4 as a Bobcat. Second down. That is Lencioni, the tight end in motion. Will hand it off straight ahead. Davis puts his head down. Has a first down across the 35-yard line. 11-yard pickup.
He's got 7.3 yards per rush, yards after contact. He's one of the top running back in the Big Sky Conference on yards per carry.
Look at this trio.
Yeah, you can call it a two-headed monster, but it's really not when you include number 8. And it's a compliment to, you know, to the front 5. And I'm going to include the tight ends in that. You saw a fantastic block by Lencioni there on that inside, you know, split
middle zone.
They averaged 233 on the ground this season on first down. Play action this time for Lamson. Under some pressure, rolling right away from Mata Afa. Tuiapupu can't get to him, and he puts his head down as close to a first down, but a flag in the backfield back to the 28-yard line.
They're going to get a hold on Cedric Jefferson, the right tackle, number 73 from Temecula, California there.
Holding number 73 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Coach, we talked about it. First down. It is such a different game if you win on first down or if you get a penalty on first down on the right side of your screen. Just got away from them there.
Well, and he probably doesn't get the holding call. If Lamson's initial first or second target's there, it wasn't. He starts sliding to his right, gets the hold. You can't cheat, Jordan. There's holding on every play. You just got to eventually let him go.
That's 4 penalties now against the Bobcats. First down and 20. Gain, steal in motion.
I remember I never got to say I was held, Coach.
Steal the catch, gets past Leonard, and oh, is he hit hard. He took a shot. Cade Cutler was over there, and Otluski, that's a 10-yard pickup.
Nice throw and catch, and what a pop he takes at the end. To your point, though, Jordan, yeah, I think you did that once as a friend. Coach, they held me. I said, no, they didn't. Never say that again or you won't play.
They what? There's no such thing as holding.
And look at that pop there. That's a
Cade Cutler, former Montana State safety from Flint Creek High School by Phillipsburg, Montana.
So Tyrama first down. It's actually not. It's a second down after the penalty. They hand it off to Davis running left across the 40. Hard running from him as Hayden Schwartz gets to him. It sets up a third and manageable situation here for Montana State.
Yeah, it does. And it's I really like what both defenses are doing here, and these third downs, man, money downs, right, Jordan? Money downs, red zone, third down. Right now, the Grizz are doing a nice job on third down at 3 and 4. Let's see if that continues. It continues, no question. I apologize. Montana State is only 1 for 3. It's a big one right here.
Down in a slot to the left. He's their go-to guy in the receiving corps. He's in motion now behind the backfield. Lamson, pressure coming, over the middle. Catch, no, it's incomplete. Look for a moment that Ryan King would haul it in, could not. It's fourth down.
Yeah, that's he's had a fortuitous route as well. He started his career at ECU, then to Georgia, Nice job by the front, picking up that pressure. This ball should be caught. It's not. Bring out the punting.
Now they're racing on the offense now, and looks like they're thinking of going for it here on a 4th and 3. Grizz trying to get their defense set. They are going to go for it or try to bluff them and get them off sides here.
They have 12 players on. The Grizz have 12 players.
The play clock is at 0.
The Grizz have 12. Coach Houck had to call timeout. He's ticked.
That was Drew Deck on, who's responsible for counting in Montana State. What a chess match type call by Coach Vegan.
It really is. And wow, 2 good coaches right here playing, like you said, the chess match. Nice job by the big fella catching him off guard here. And Coach Houck is having a conversation here.
Well, you don't want to get the penalty there. That would give Montana State the first down.
Correct.
So you got to get the timeout call.
Which they might not, Trey, they might not have even had a play called. But just to see if they could do what they did there.
When you're in this zone, though, you can take a penalty on offense because you're going in on punt. Coach Vegan uses that to his advantage and tries to do the shuffle, the Belichick shuffle, so to speak.
There is no foul on the play. Timeout, Montana. Their first charge timeout of the half.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Brent Vegan, you just kick it away now? You made them use their timeout right there.
Yeah, I mean, again, I saw Coach Houck screaming for the timeout, so he obviously got it before the ref's buddy threw the laundry.
Tell you what, though, that ref really crow-hopped and launched that flag in there pretty good.
No, that looked like a dang javelin at Sentinel High School over there.
Yeah, center fielder trying to throw it through the cutoff man, right? The shortstop.
Well, walking in here, I saw those refs. They had a heavy baseball down there, and they were practicing that long launch from back there. He's stepping up and doing his job today.
Credit to Coach Vegan, though, and coming up with a little tricky move there.
I liked what he was thinking, no question. First-year special teams coordinator Marcus Monaco and him had that definitely dialed up and almost worked to their favor. To your point, they had to take a timeout. And timeouts, especially defensive timeouts, special teams timeouts, you never, ever want to take in these big games if you don't have to.
So each team has a stop now. Here's Colby Froker, the freshman from West Haven, Utah, to punt it away. Deck stands back at the 15. He's dangerous. Sprinter speed for Montana. Hangs it up there. Fair catch called for, and Deck comes up and makes the play at the 24-yard line. 7:16 to go. Each defense now has a stop. Some words here at Washington-Grizzly. 3-point game.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Our mission is Montana. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
24th Brawl of the Wild here in Missoula. Montana State leading 10-7, and guys, seeing some of the small town Montana products kind of put their mark on this one already. We saw Havre native Kellen Dietrich with a sack earlier, Kate Cutler from Phillipsburg with a big hit as well, and it was interesting talking to the Grizz coaches about how those guys, it is an assimilation process, especially when they're not playing 11-man football, but if they buy into traditions and buy into what the programs are doing, they see them make as good as transition as anybody from the bigger cities. Guys, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, 32 Montana kids. That pass by Ayat, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
Yeah, Dom Solano has really come on it. You know, we talk about the front four for this Cat defense. It's really the front 8. They play 8 guys throughout the game, keeping their starters fresh. What a nice thing to have if you're Coach Howe and defensive line coach Baptiste.
Monty Gilman in motion. Out of the Wildcat, Wortham is shut down. Nothing doing. Dom Solano again.
Again, I mean, my goodness, sorry to cut you off there, Trey, but you know, the redshirt sophomore out of Glendale, Arizona. You know, talking to Coach Baptiste, man, he's really built the trust of the room, so to speak. I mean, right there, you can see great technique, sliding down with that inside foot, and then once he realizes he pulls the trigger, tackle for loss.
Loss of 5, 3rd and 15 now. They've got Wortham in a slot to the left with Bohannon and Brooks Davis, a big play threat, bottom of the screen here.
High alert for screen draw here.
Doubt about it, middle of the field.
Ayat under pressure. He is sacked back at the 17. They had him cornered, nowhere to go. Hunter Parsons is sacked.
And there's that D-line. Parsons, Solano, PVU, TFL, sack. They are eating on that front for Montana State.
Yeah, it's Coach Sean Howe, defensive coordinator. It's called his cheetah package, right? All defensive ends in the front four. It's been so good for them all season long. That was a big stop, and they're going to get the Cats. That is going to get the ball probably on their own side of the field.
3rd sack for the kid from Sparks, Nevada. Here's Taco Dowler off the Morrison punt. And good special teams play. That's Tanner Huff. He's been a star throughout his career in Montana. On special teams, makes a big play right there. Still good field position for the Bobcats when we come back up 3.
Okay, hey, so this is that stunt we just saw. Okay, this is the cheetah package. All right, and watch Kenny Ivey right here in the middle, inside, then outside. Again, leveraging the football, and his homie on the backside, Hunter Parsons, make the play.
2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss for that Montana State defense. They got the football at their own 47-yard line now. Montana's done some work as well with the pressures. Handoff. Davis breaks the tackle. First down into Montana territory. Wilkinson finally gets him and drops him at the 27. 24-yard pickup.
Boy, this kid's got some juice, man. Just running through arm tackles, keeping his legs churning. They play whoever the hot hand is, and right now, Julius Davis is rolling.
Inside zone, outside zone, split zone, mid zone, and you said he's got the juice. The juice is on the loose, Jordan. Kid's running hard and downhill.
He had 175 against Cal Poly. Colson Kuhn is now in, their 3rd running back to the left of the quarterback. First down brought to you by Tyrama. Lamson has a man, it's Steele. Steele to the end zone, touchdown Bobcats.
From the Cowboy State, Sheridan, Wyoming, Dane Steele. I love the route here. Look, they motion, an unbalanced set, and then just kind of a little wheel route by that slot receiver.
The slot wheel, coach.
Yep, and a little bit of a momentum shift here, Jordan.
It is. I mean, they go by 10 now, but get motion, mess with the defense's eyes a little bit. Had a sluggo on the outside by Ryan King, and the slot wheel by Dane Steele for the score.
His second touchdown catch. He goes for 27 as Sandstead adds the extra point. And Montana State with some momentum now. Leading 17-7, 2 plays, short field, they cash in.
Something that Montana State does exceptionally well is wins that middle 8. And look at Lamson just sitting in there, reading the coverage, understanding that the corner rolls up and the whole shot's open out on the corner. Look how calm and poised this kid is. Dropping it in the bucket in the north end zone.
No doubt. First-year offensive coordinator Pete Steerbeck. What a great play call. But it all starts with a big explosive play by Julius Davis. Running the football, running to set up the pass, man. I mean, just great job. Look at that, 2 plays, 52 yards, took less than a minute off. And again, a little bit of a momentum change. This Grizz offense needs to get some kind of a sustained drive in my mind just to get the defense off the field right now.
No doubt about it. And Coach Vegan in Montana State, I mentioned it just previously, that middle 8, the last 4 and the first 4, they really outscore teams big time, big time. That's where they make their hay, is in those 2 middle quarters. And right there, they get a score before half. Very, very important.
You saw the total yardage. Broker's kick returned by Wortham. And he's across the 25-yard line, tripped up at the 27. Well, the second quarter has not been good to Montana this season. It's where they have really struggled. They've got a chance, though, to get some momentum back with 4:53 on the clock.
They do, and I just got to point out, the kid just scored a touchdown and made a great open field. That was Dane Steele on the special teams play. Nice job by him. But yeah, Jordan, you were talking about the middle 8. I mean, the Cats have been suffocating in the middle 8. And oh, by the way, we've already talked about the third quarters this year. They've given up 0 points since Oregon in the third.
That's an impressive stat.
Yeah, suffocating.
For a defensive guy.
Ayat is still 7 of 10 through the air. He's going to put it in the air here to the sideline. It's Deck with a catch, and he's knocked out of bounds by Seth Johnson, the redshirt freshman corner.
Good shot Ayat right there. I really loved it. I mean, he's just a talented, gifted kid. I mean, I know he comes from excellent lineage. His old man was a heck of a player here, but I love the way he's kind of just coming to his own, it looks like.
On the Walter Camp FCS Player of the Year watch list. Second down and short now to the air again. And open man Davis looked like the same play, and a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Well, it's a great job by him. Again, coming into his own, he recognizes corner blitz, what I used to call it, Jordan, Cobra, right? Cobra. It's a great call, but he recognizes it and gets the ball out quick and makes the safety make an open field tackle.
There's the quarter we talked about. Jordan, you circled it right there. They've been very good in the fourth, looking for a change in momentum here as we near the 4-minute mark in the second. Ayat from the gun, dumps it off, Gilman out of the backfield. Oh man, he's hit hard, that's knocked out of bounds.
What a strike, man. Physical play out there.
Seth Johnson.
This kid, Seth Johnson, good Lord.
Yeah, and it's nice to have him back in the lineup for the Cat defense, guys. He's been dinged up the last couple weeks. Got him healthy. Right there, hat on the football. Lucky that ball didn't, good thing it went out of bounds. That was a good shot.
Ends up being a 1-yard gain after the fumble. Ayat to the air again. They're going to this near sideline, and they're effective over there with Davis, and that is good enough for a first down. That's 4 straight passes to Davis, starting to heat up.
Looking at the soft coverage right now that the Montana State defense is playing, you wonder if Brent Pease, offensive coordinator, is going to try to get him to play press and run those double moves that he has called on earlier in the game. But Montana State, they just keep in front of them, tackle so well.
Two tight ends to the right as Davis goes in motion this time. And we'll change it up here. Approaching 3 minutes to go before halftime. To the sideline, it's Deck. And he bangs his way down to the 40-yard line. Deck is such a great story. They didn't know if he was going to come back. Caden Dowler on the stop as a couple veterans square off there.
He's a true leader of that wideout room from Glacier High School. Drew Deck getting to play in this ball game. Special moment for him.
special moment for Glacier.
No doubt about it.
Nice job by them.
2nd and 3 now. Deck in motion. Looked like he faked like he was going to take a handoff. They never snapped the football. Didn't fool anybody. They'll throw it to Deck. Breaks a tackle somehow. That was a vicious hit, and he's run out of bounds near the first down at the 36-yard line. Bobcats are just teeing off on the Montana receivers. Credit Deck there for keeping his wits about it.
No question. When we talk about leverage, I mean, there's lots of ways to look at leverage. It's a great job leveraging the football. That being said, when you pull the trigger right there, you got to go with your outside shoulder to secure that tackle, or at least turn it back inside to your homies coming inside out.
Well, that was Jace McMillan, Jordan, that tried to hammer him. And we've got our 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Grizz. Montana State in front by 10. Third and 1 for Bobby Houck and company here.
Something that they've struggled with this season is 3rd and short. Part of it being because they go for it on 4th down so much that they treat it like a 2nd and 1 or 2, which is typically a waste down or a shot. But something that Montana has to improve on and do well today is win 3rd down. Montana State, the #1 3rd down defense in the entire country.
Gilman to the left, the tight end Schaefer in motion. Gilman has a seam, has a first down. Gilman to the 20. Dragging tacklers down to the 16-yard line. They got a little bit and then some after that run. Under 2 minutes to go now before halftime, 20 yards.
Wait until you watch this block by Evan Schaefer. My God, you're going to see it right here at the end, right here. Oh, good night, sweetheart. Sit down. My goodness, great play call by Peace. Big time run, setting him up in scoring position.
He's been a wrecking ball at tight end this season. First down. Rolling right, Ayat has to get rid of it. Had nowhere to go with that one, and that was the linebacker Cole Taylor, right on him.
Little acting class rep there by Kaylee Ayat trying.
Yeah, he took a page out of Pennick's book last week at UC Davis.
That's about as clean as she gets. But hey, Kaylee Ayat, got to give her a shot.
Yeah, hey,
I see you. Got to try a little bit. But hey, I mean, seriously though, a younger Kaylee Ayat would not have thrown that ball away and taken a sack in that situation. So good by him there.
He's got better at that. Pistol formation this time. Gilman behind the quarterback. It's a pitch to Gilman. And nothing doing. Trying to get to the edge, and I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. That was a good play from Seth Johnson. Loss of a yard.
You keep calling his name, Seth Johnson, again. You know, the Cats have played good defense over the last 2 weeks, but you can tell he was missed. It's like when Paul Brock's not in the lineup. You can tell those guys aren't there. I really like Seth Johnson. This core secondary that came in as a big question mark. They've been dang good all year.
3rd and 12. 3 receivers, top of the screen. The middle one is Michael Wortham, the All-American. Gilman goes in motion that way. Ayat steps up. He's going to run it. Kaylee inside the 10. Kaylee to the end zone. He's down inside the 1.
Well,
now they're saying touchdown.
Yeah,
it is. Decide judge. Montana's on the board.
Yeah, what a play. What a play. Boom, man. This kid is a player. A player. Not only is he talented, but I mean, he has figured it out. If it's not there, Jordan, that look's not there. That look's not there. Okay, I'm an athlete. I'm going to take off with my feet. Good night. What a play by him.
A younger Kaylee Ayat would have spilled out over the top. He steps up through the pocket. What a decision and a veteran move by a Kaylee Ayat.
Yeah, here's what they're doing right now, Trip. They're watching it right now, and they're going to see if that knee
down is under review.
Yeah, it's close. I mean, obviously every play is reviewed, every scoring play is reviewed. This one's going to be tough, though, man. I mean, I feel like it's short just a scooch, but
I hesitated. The side judge felt like he had the angle over there. And
he looked like he was in position to see. I mean, ultimately we're going to find out here, but I don't know. I think he made it in.
Yeah.
but hey, I mean, I don't know, guys.
Let's take
it's close. We're squatting and looking real close to this monitor here. You guys should too at home.
Now, if any part of the ball touches the chalk, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, correct. So,
Breaks the plane, it's a score.
It's almost like the knee and ball, I mean, they were so almost in sync.
I want to talk big picture here. I mean, Kaylee Ayat in a situation stepping up in a pocket right after he just gets hit. Previous series, 3 and out. They get a couple of shots on him, and the kid is maturing. He's becoming just a better decision maker and a game manager. Something that he's done better the older he's got is learn how to manage situations. This 2-minute situation, don't take a sack.
You made a comment right there, and I always love when I listen to the pundits, you know, when they use the term game manager. Like it's a knock, like it's a negative. Like, don't you want your quarterback to be a game manager? I mean,
yeah, he's much more than serviceable as a quarterback.
Yeah, I know I'm not the sharpest guy in the world, but like, yeah, I want him to manage the game.
Who was that guy that we knew? Oh, Tom Brady. He was a pretty good game manager.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. It's a touchdown.
There you go.
18 yards, and for Ayat, his 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
That was a big drive for Montana because Montana State gets it back there. Montana's defense hasn't shown lately that they can stop him. They're doubling him darn near here in yardage, with the exception of that last play. Good by Montana, good by Kaylee Ayat staying poised and getting points on the board for the Montana Grizzlies.
Oh, what a game, guys. 1:15 to go. Bobcats will have some time to work with here as Ty Morrison for the extra point. And he's 56 for 56 on the season. Thanks for sending your picture into the Marsh McLennan Agency fan zone. A few of our favorites from today. Keep them coming. Grizz and Bobcat fans getting involved. Well, you got to love the passion, guys.
Big play tag. I already said I love it. Young man knows what he's talking about.
Grizz Nation, Cat Nation, 2 of the better represented college programs in the country. Keep sending them in, guys.
1.2 million people in the 4th biggest state in the country, and I would imagine there's a
1.19 watching this game.
A whole bunch watching.
Bobby Houck talks about the Montana way, and Brent Vegan, he's put his stamp on Montana State.
He has. I mean, again, Jeff Choate recruited it and really kind of started getting the ball rolling, but he took a good thing and just has made it better / elite. Again, 2 of the best coaches right here on the same field. One of them just needs to get a championship trophy, and I believe that both of them can do it. I really do.
Fair catch called for on the kickoff from Ty Morrison. Let's go on the field. Here's Kyle.
Yeah, guys, it was fun talking to Brent Peace earlier this week about the similarities between Brian Ayat and Kaylee Ayat, because he got a chance to coach both of them, including about 29 years ago when Brian Ayat was also a sophomore taking on Montana State. And he said their similarities are just their emotions. They stay level-headed. We saw that earlier with Kaylee. He took a couple of big hits from that Bobcat defense, a couple of sacks, but then, funny enough, Brent Peace said Brian might not want to hear this, but Kaylee is a better athlete. We also saw that in the last score, guys.
Well, and he's also a tough dude, Jordan. He is one tough customer. He's taking some shots this year.
I would imagine that Montana's going to see him run a little bit more, but he is tough, man.
Lamson has some time to work with. Trying to put it in the air. Now he's going to scramble. He's been effective doing this. Run out of bounds. Colbert was over there spying him. 1:09 on the clock.
This is an eternity for a quarterback like Lamson and Montana State offense with the amount of timeouts, 3, and the firepower that you have for Montana State.
A lot of respect for the kicker that kicked it in the end zone to make it a touchback instead of letting the ball come out to say the 30 or 35.
Lamson 103 passing, 50 rushing so far. 2nd and 7. Time in the pocket, over the middle, behind the receiver, still caught. That was a great play by Woods to hang on. It's 3rd and short.
What a catch by Woods, man. In traffic, Montana's playing too high coverage and just catches the ball in danger zone, man, across the middle.
Yeah, and it was a little bit behind him, but what you don't like if you're a Cat here is they took a lot of time right there on that one play.
Lamson rolling right, Dowler dives for it. Did he catch it? They say he did, right at the line to gain, and it looks like he's across the 35 for a first down. What a play.
Yeah, again, the replay's looking at it right now to see if he had possession going out of bounds. It was a heck of a play, though, if they give it to him.
Up the line of scrimmage, trying to snap quickly. They don't get the snap off. There it is. You were all over that, Ty.
Well, I mean, again, it was such a bang-bang play on the sideline.
I wonder if they're going to look at the clock here. So if you go out of bounds laterally or towards your own defending end zone, the clock will continue to run.
The ruling of a completed pass inbounds is under review.
Whitefish Credit Union replay here. And this could end up being a big play if it is 4th down. Montana will have time. Here's a look again.
Well, I think this, I was going to say that could have been the best angle we had right there. You know, from the one angle, I thought that white glove was underneath. Again, we'll see.
I think the kid, we'll be able to see right here. Those white gloves sure do help, Coach.
Yes, they do. He sometimes wears neon yellow. Boy, and of course the ref's right in our way. I don't know. We'll see.
Speaking of white or non-white gloves, as a defensive back on the away team, you get those white gloves or the black gloves, you can't tell if they're holding you.
Yeah, no
But Taco's just trying to, hey, I got some white gloves on here.
What a great
That's
effort, though, over there. I mean, you know, not many people can make a play like that or make it close. Here it is again.
You said it, Trey, let alone get there. I mean, stretched out. That's a look. That's a. If they call it a catch here, I don't think there's enough.
Yeah, they called it a catch. So, you know, they got to have enough
to overturn it.
Again, the Bobcats have their 3 timeouts remaining.
You talk about 2 heart and soul dudes of a football team. And, oh, by the way, they're twin brothers. I mean, my goodness, the Dowlers out of Billings.
Totally different dudes from what people are saying, right?
No question, but, you know, what's cool is they're also each other's biggest fans, man. One makes a play, and they come off, and it's just a remarkable story. They're both outstanding football players, 2 of the best in the conference, / maybe the country.
Here's Kelly.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is upheld. Completed catch inbounds.
So that will give them a 1st down at the 35. Now 31 seconds to work with. You have your timeout, so you can go anywhere on the field.
They got cloud coverage right here over Taco Dollar, number 14. No secret who they want to try to get the ball to. That's going to free somebody else up, potentially down here at the bottom of your screen.
Lamson, time in the pocket, over the middle, catch made. It's a 1st down for Long, up near midfield at the 50, and they're going to use a timeout right here. And there's a late push as Lawler goes down. We're going to let him play on, I think.
It's a rivalry, fellas. You know, honestly, there's a lot of talking going down, as there should be. Don't bring up someone's mom. Don't bring up their sister. Other than that, everything else is off limits.
Timeout, Montana State. Their first charge timeout of the half.
You'd expect nothing less in this rivalry. And they've got 2 timeouts remaining now. Just 21 seconds, though, to work with. 15-yard pickup there.
It was a beautiful call trade by Jordan right there. You get clouded coverage over Tucker Dollar, one of the most dynamic players in the league, and you got to find Chris Long, the Rutgers transfer, who's a senior. Really nice job. Good pocket presence and great job by his offensive line, giving him that clean pocket.
This kid, Chris Long, is so talented. Watching that UC Davis game, I think he jumped from the 5-yard line and did a front flip into the end zone.
He's an athlete.
You saw the shove there from Lawler, and you knew there was going to be some pushing and shoving and talk. That's just part of this rivalry.
Yep. Well, I used to look at the young man to my right eyes on this day, and my goodness, I mean, he'd get his arms all swolled up before the game and go do a bunch of curls and come out and just all. I mean, I'm like, Jordan, you got to settle down, homie.
I'm seeing a little bit glimmer of the game face as you guys are showing it up here.
This is the greatest game. I mean, I'm telling you, you can talk about Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, whatever. It's Montana State, greatest rivalry in the country, fellas.
From the Grizz 49. You see the time. They've got the 2 timeouts. Tuliao Pupu is up on the line. He's coming from the edge. He's after the quarterback, and they've got him back at the 41, and that was Hunter Peck.
This kid just keeps coming on for the Grizz. Hunter Peck, the Carroll College transfer.
Timeout, Montana
Right
State.
side of your screen.
Their second charge time.
Getting his 7th sack of the season, winning on an up and under at an opportune time for the Montana defense.
Loss of
Please
7.
reset the game clock to 16. 1-6.
Guys, that's an NAIA All-American dude, a small college guy making an impact here on the big stage.
Well, I mean, as Jordan and I were talking all week, I mean, some of the best players, I mean, they got, you know, from other schools, right? I mean, Peyton Wayne, right? Portland State, Hunter Peck, he was up the road at the state capitol, you know, helping Carroll College win football games. I mean, it's awesome, man. I mean, again, Coach Houck will always believe in building and developing young men and trying to get as many high school players. That being said, in today's day and age of college football, you know, they needed a talent upgrade last year. I think everyone in the stadium knows that. They went and got some dudes, and those dudes have helped them have an undefeated season thus far.
2nd and 19. This is where Montana can be dangerous defensively. Tuliaupupu's up on the line again. Wing edging up there. Lampson rolling right. Gonna tuck it, runs out of bounds. A heady play there, 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, right here, 10 seconds left. You know, you maybe take a shot downfield, Jordan, to try to get in the field goal range. I mean, there's still a long way to go.
With the timeout, too, Coach, you just said it. The cutoff usually is about 8 seconds with a timeout to be able to strike it in the middle of the field. I'd expect the playmakers to potentially get a look here in the middle of the field, because that's where you're going to have your most hay to get down and crack a timeout.
Taco's in the slot left. Lampson setting in the pocket underneath. Nothing doing there. It's Jones breaking a tackle, and Jones is up to the 41. That's going to be short of the first down, though, and the clock is going to run to 1 second, and they get a timeout call.
That's an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a bomb, but it's an opportunity.
It's Hail Mary or one of the longest kicks in college football history, man. So
59-yarder. Yep. They kick this one here.
How about your old NFL franchise kicking that 68-yarder?
Timeout, Montana State. Their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah. There's Sandstead. His long this season
Montana
is 48.
State is out of challenges for the half.
I mean, we're talking 58, 59 here. 48's his long. He's been really good, though, this season.
Well, Coach said it. I mean, these kickers now, I don't know what they're doing. Extra one-leg squats or something, but they can boom these things. These guys in the NFL kicking 60, 65,
That's
65 yards.
Wasn't it the Giants?
Oh, it was, yeah. You're absolutely right.
Good God, 68-yarder. Yeah, man, they're taking creatine and getting the good workouts, but they're long kicks.
Now, they've got Sandstead out there, along with a Holder Froker. They're thinking about it.
You know, linebackers do curls, kickers do single leg extensions. Give it an extra 5 yards to boot her down on there.
I mean, it's kind of sixes, I think, if you're Coach Vegan here. You know, what are the odds? What are they better at? You know, taking a shot at the end zone, or they're going to try to kick it? How about that?
This is going to be in the vicinity of 58 yards out of the Holder Froker. Again, as long as 48. He's had one block this year. Junior from Alexandria, Minnesota.
Watch the hard count.
And whistles.
A little head flinch by the center. Oldest trick in the book in this situation.
Timeout, Montana.
Get a
Their
cheap
2nd
5.
charge timeout of the half.
I don't know if you can ice a kicker on a 58-yarder, but that's what they've done here.
Yeah, the head man out of Big Timber, Montana right there. The winningest coach in the history of the Big Sky, the history of the school, is going to let him think about it just a little bit longer.
19th season, 14th at Montana. He is, at the start of the year, 2nd most wins in FCS since 2020. But you know, his longevity, he's one of the greats. You talk about Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. That's what's impressive with Bobby Houck.
No question, Trey. I mean, our run, our Bobby's first run, which I was a part of, 06, 07, 08, 09. You know how many conference games we lost, Trey? 1. It's kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like what Coach Vegan's doing across the divide.
All right, guys.
There we go. Sandstead from
Alabama, Auburn. This guy right back here, you got to cover this kick if it doesn't make it.
It's well short from 58. Diesel Wilkinson can't keep his feet in, and that will be the end of the first half. What a half. 17-14, Montana State. Bobby Houck and company getting a big touchdown to draw a little bit closer, and this is at everything that we were hoping for. Good offense, good defense, big red zone plays as well.
It's everything the last handful of brawls haven't been. I mean, this is awesome, man. This is a great game. Two great teams, two clash of the Titans. It's awesome.
Here's Grace Lawrence with Coach Vegan.
Coach, what stood out most about Justin Lampson's play this first half?
Oh, like all our games. I mean, he's going to compete. He's making some plays with his feet, but he's making both. I mean, I think he's done some good things in the passing game too. So we just need him to, to continue to lead us, not try to do too much, and then really lean on everyone else too.
Your team so good in the third quarter since week 1 at Oregon. What do you want to see most this third quarter from this Bobcats team?
Oh, I think just one play at a time. I know they're going to get the ball first, so that's up to, we got to cover a kick, and then the defense has got to come out and, set the tone, and then we go from there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Grace. What a half. Big Sky Championship is on the line. 124th Brawl of the Wild. Montana State. It has been a classic so far. Stay tuned for the second half. It's the Montana Chevy Dealers halftime report right after these messages. Montana Chevy Dealers halftime report on Strip Sports. Montana State and Montana, 3-point game at the break. Big Sky Championship on the line between these two. Well, this one is not disappointed, guys, and quarterback play has been really good from both Ayat and Lampson.
I think both quarterbacks have been really great. I mean, they're making good decisions. You can tell they're both just tough competitors. They're willing their teams. They're both taking shots. I love the way both are playing, and both, 76 and 84 completion percentage. That's dang good. But I think that both defenses are doing just enough to make them uncomfortable, is why we got, 17-14. It's awesome.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's just clean football. On defense, who can sustain it? On offense, who, if any, is going to make a mistake? We'll see here in the second half, guys.
Well, when you look at the overall numbers, Montana State has won the battle in terms of yardage. Our first half stats brought to you by Whitefish Credit Union. What stands out besides those yardage numbers, guys?
Well, okay, 17-14, obviously a 3-point lead for the guys in blue and gold, but 2 of 6 on third down as opposed to 5 of 7. That's what I'm talking about, those money downs. I think they need to be a little cleaner, which again, it starts on first and second down, Jordan.
No doubt about that. You win first down. The playbook changes for every offensive coordinator on third and medium or third and short. You just have so many more opportunities to be dangerous, take shots, and push the ball downfield. We will see here in the second half.
It could come down to one play in the Brawl of the Wild. We'll see how it plays out. Montana gets the ball when we come back. Bobcats by 3. Big Sky title on the line as we start the third quarter. Montana's going to get the football first. Colby Froker has it teed up at the 35-yard line. And we're underway. Wortham, he's going to have an opportunity 2 yards deep. Here's the All-American. Fumbles the football. And Montana gets back on it at the 10. They almost had a costly error at the outset. I think Wortham recovered his own fumble there.
What a play by Wortham. I mean, he takes a heck of a pop and loses the ball, which is a never, right? I mean, ball security is job security. But what a play to get off the ground and go recover your own fumble. My goodness.
Let's go on the field. Kyle Hansen with Bobby Houck.
All right, Coach, what a half of football that was. And we'll go ahead and start on the offensive side of the ball. What can you say about those guys and their effort, but of course, Kali'i's effort as well?
Well, both teams are playing hard, right? And it's as expected, number 2 versus number 3. We're moving the ball. We got, been nice to get some points on that one drive we got stopped on, but it's going to be more of the same in the second half, I think.
Defensively, what did you guys like there? Because it seems like you're getting some pressure. They've obviously had some success, but what have you liked and what do you want to see from that side?
Yeah, it's a little hit and miss. They're throwing the ball a little better than I'd like, and they're throwing a little more than anticipated. But, again, 2 good teams going at it, and we're going to be a wild second half, I think.
It'll be a lot of fun. Appreciate it, Coach. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thanks, Kyle. Eli Gilman, a 3-yard carry on first down. 2nd and 7 now. Ayat underneath to Gilman. The catch, short yardage, up to the 18. It sets up a 3rd and manageable from there. Brock Steele caused the fumble. That could have been a costly error, but you mentioned Wortham. That could be a game changer. He coughs that up. This game could change pretty dramatically.
Yeah, one of 3 Steele brothers, all from Sheridan, Wyoming. Obviously, you called his name earlier, Dane Steele, and I coach the oldest brother. Athletic family. You see a lot of that in both teams. A lot of brothers, family ties, and it's awesome.
3rd and 3 now.
Interesting look here. Montana State's got 6 in the box on 3rd and short. What do you think Montana's going to here, Coach?
Four-man rush.
Steps up. Ayat's going to run it, and he's got a first down. Well, his legs, just like Lanson's, have been a big story in this game.
Yeah, but where the Cats broke down there, Jordan, you know this. Pass rush, that lane integrity right here. You see Paul Broughton right there. Eckert gets out of place and just opens that gap. You can see Xavier Arians on the tackle. But lane integrity, right? When you're pass rushing, it's got to be sound.
Mobile quarterbacks cause problems. You've got to have sound pass rush lane.
Here's Gilman. He's got a block from Schaefer off the right side and up to the 30-yard line. There's that Schaefer dude again with his girth on the side and a pick up of 7.
Yeah, I love this play. It looks like they're bringing counter back to the boundary. I don't know, they're going fast here, but you're going to see it. They're adding gaps here. Great blocking. You can see Schaefer. I love the way Tripp was telling me all week he's basically a 6'0" lineman. This kid's a horse. My goodness, he's a Clydesdale.
That's the Opportunity Bank replay right there. 2nd down and 3. Davis right. Now they'll shift Brooks in motion. Handoff to Gilman. First down. Gilman to the 40. Gilman dragging tacklers to midfield, and he's to the Bobcats 49. What a run from the All-American.
Wow, this kid's physical. Just, you know, something that's so impressive about him is on contact, he just seems to maintain balance and keep his feet and his legs moving down the field. Doesn't look like he's straining or struggling, just a strong ball player.
Offensive coordinator Brett Peace kind of smelling the blood there. It was just counter back to the field. Houston's got a problem up front on the Cat defense. They got to shore that up in a hurry. 2 big explosive plays running the football.
21-yard pickup there. On the Bobcat side of the field now, just underway 3rd quarter. Here in the Brawl of the Wild. Stevie Rocker getting a call, and he'll lean forward down to the 47-yard line. Rocker, 5th-year senior, has been a good second back for Montana. Marsh McLennan Agency, call to action. Get out your phones. Time to check in. Scan the barcode on the bottom left of the screen. Follow the instructions. Send in the pick. Sponsored by Marsh McLennan Agency. We'll share our favorites later.
Big win there on 1st down from Montana State. Playing with an 8-man box on that last play, bringing a safety into the run fit.
Davis is going to loop in motion here. Ayat in trouble. He escapes it somehow. What a play by Ayat to get something out of that play. We've seen him do that several times this year. They corralled him in the first half that way, not that time.
What a play by the Walter Payton watch list. Ayat, my goodness, Kenny Idem has got him dead to rights. This kid, I love the way this kid plays, man. It's a Brett Favre gunslinging type. Throw it up in there. This kid's a player, man. Grizz Nation better be happy. This guy is pulling the trigger for them.
Up quickly to the line of scrimmage, changing up the play here on 3rd down and 8.
And the man opportunity. Montana State's coming out of it now. Looking in the zone here.
Ayat, slant. Davis has it. He's close to the first down. He's hit hard at the 40-yard line. That was Cole Taylor. It's 4th and 1. It looks like coming up.
Cole train Taylor because he wants to hit you like a freight train. Coach Houck has got some decision making here. And a big pivotal moment in the game. They've got some momentum. Great drive. Good throw and catch and nice pop. Good finish again by Cole Taylor. I love that Coach Houck's going for it. Aggressive. Everything's on the line. Let's go.
17 of 23 on 4th down. They've been good. This is 4th down and short. Gilman leaps up forward. He needed the 39. He's got the first down. The second effort got him to move the chains, and that gets a roar from Grizz Nation.
What an exceptional second effort by Eli Gilman, the offensive line, and Evan Schaefer. That was about as thin of a margin. Take a look at the quarterback, Kaylee Ayat, sticking his nose in there and pushing his buddy, number 10, for the first down.
Gotta do the dirty work sometimes, I guess.
He made the play. He made the play right there, guys. I mean, he doesn't get that extra push from his quarterback homie. It might be stopped. Nice job by Ayat.
Rocker back in the backfield behind the quarterback here. Davis in motion. Kaylee rolling right. Pressured, and he dumps it off to Rocker for a short gain. Xavier Aarons popped him. That was Cruz. It was all after the quarterback.
Jordan, you know this better than anybody. I mean, we can hear it and feel it up here, right? There's good tackling, there's good hitting, you know, for 3 months, but it's just different in the Brawl, man. They're popping today. That's a good shot. I might have been a little late, but
I like that they're letting them play,
totally,
man.
Totally.
Let the game be the game, and it is physical out there. It just does have that extra, 5-10% element of physicality, of nastiness.
Well, that's a tough way to earn 2 yards. 2nd and 8 now. Play fake to the sideline. It's Davis again. Davis to the edge, and he's out of bounds at the 30. Dowler on the tackle. We talk about Wortham, how important he is. Davis is that next guy that can be an explosive guy for them.
No question. You know, whether it's coverage or game plan, but, you know, Wortham hasn't had a ton of touches today, and so they are going to Davis. Davis is making play. Nice open field tackle there by Caden Dowler. But, you know, we were talking at the half. I mean, Wortham's only got a couple touches. Are they going to start getting one of their best players, one of the best players in the country, the ball?
3rd and 3, Jordan. What are you looking for here?
Well, 4-down territory for Montana, so you might see him take one and push it downfield here.
Dumps it underneath. Deck to catch, makes a man miss, and another man miss. Deck to the 20, and he spins down to the 18, into the AVA Law Group red zone. Tackle made by Alec Eckert, the tackle, and a big gainer there.
Well, as fine of a season as Caden Dowler has had, this is a missed tackle by him. What an unbelievable effort play by a 300-pounder. You can see him right there in the street. Alec Eckert, the Washington State transfer. Wow.
They go quick snap with Rocker, and he's hammered as he drives it forward for a couple yards. Great opening drive in the 3rd quarter. This Montana team has been great in the 3rd, as have the Bobcats. How about this?
Well, I mean, you know, again, I've called all their games other than the game last week, which ESPN had. They've been suffocating, dominant, almost unstoppable in the 3rd quarter. Montana's got a good thing going right now.
7 and 8.
Not a typo. 0 points in the 3rd quarter.
Ayat out of the backfield. Monty Gilman the catch. Eli's younger brother, and a tough gain. He had to run hard there. He's only 5'8" and 162. And now we've got a flag coming in. Some extracurricular after the play. Looked like Kenneth Iden may be involved.
I didn't get a look on what happened there, but Eli Gilman's little brother, Monty, cutting his teeth. The kid runs a 4.340 on lasers. The kid can move. They try to get him the ball.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 of the defense. That's the first of the game for number 11. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Well, you can see, Coach B, you can see right there, Kenny Iden, he's just going to come in late, man. And you know if you're late, they're always going to get you, right? Right there, the old unnecessary roughness, not the movie with Kylie Ireland, even that was a good one.
1st and goal from the 6. 15th play of this drive to open up the 2nd half for Montana. High snap. Ayat is going to run it. Oh, they played that well. Shut down. Back, and they got a yard to the 5, but Hunter Parsons was on top of that one.
Yeah, you can see him take it right to the hip there. I mean, it's a good thing this cat front has got a ton of dudes. They play them all. And you can see Kenny Iden, who got the penalties, right back in there. Watch at the end here. You can see Hunter Parsons chasing the ball. He plays it very well.
Just squeeze and expand like that. Any young DN watching, keeping your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, making a play on an athlete in space.
Gilman, the running back. 2nd and goal from the 5. Wortham in motion. Handoff. Wortham trying to stretch it outside. Wortham to the end zone. Touchdown, Grizz.
On cue, right man on that. When are they going to start getting that guy the ball? Another impact transfer from Eastern Washington. I think he's one of the best players in FCS football. Great play call, great play design, great execution. Touchdown, Montana.
16-play drive. We talk about the big playability of Montana. That was one of the best drives of the year for them.
At a time that they needed to have it. Michael Wortham finishing it off here. So dangerous for the Montana Grizzlies. Fun fact about him, 70% of Montana's explosive plays and touchdowns come from Michael Wortham.
Wow, and that is his 6th rushing touchdown. He also has 7 receiving and a touchdown pass this season. The most electric player, you could argue, in college football at the FCS level.
Delay of game on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Still replay to do the try.
Something on that drive, though, I want to give love to those guys blocking in that final play. What a block. by Patrick Matten, number 76.
Oh, and by the way, guys, that's the first time the Cat defense has been scored on since the University of Oregon in the month of August.
Unbelievable. And to do it on a 16-play, 89-yard drive, even more impressive as they gobbled up some clock, and Morrison's extra point is through there. 21-17, a statement drive, and the All-American cashes in.
Timeout on the field.
In motion. He can do it so many ways. He finds 6 right there.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Our mission is Montana. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
The rivalry continues. Brawl of the Wild, 124th edition. Justin Lamson has been fantastic. First time he's seen the ball here in the third quarter, though, after the long Montana drive for the school.
Yeah, this kid's played at Clemson. He's played at Notre Dame, but he's never played in the Brawl, man. The intensity, I'm excited to see what he's got in the second half.
After the touchback from the 25, handoff to Davis. Picking his way forward, he goes for 5 yards on the second effort. Let's check in with Grace Lawrence.
Well, you guys just said it. Montana State quarterback Justin Lamson's never played in a Brawl, but he told me this week the Dowler twins, Paul Brock, Adam Jones have all stressed what this game really means. Adam told him back in the summer, hey, you got to watch Miracle in Missoula, understand this rivalry. He's played in environments like Clemson and Notre Dame, though, when he was at Stanford, but he hasn't been the guy in those atmospheres. That was what he was most excited for this week, to be the guy in a game like this.
It hasn't phased him, Grace. 12 out of 14 through the air. Second down and 6. Davis trying to stretch it to the outside. Ball is free. And it's jumped on by Fleischman. He saves the day for the Bobcats at the 32. So both teams with fumbles, but they've recovered their own fumbles.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking a half. I wanted to see a little more of the juice. I thought he was rolling pretty good. That being said, you better hold on to the football, young man. Unbelievable heads-up play by the big captain out of Pocatello, Idaho. Titan Fleischman saving this drive for the Cats.
3rd and 3, and Grez is amped up. Lamson, sideline, and a big play right there, hauled in by Adam Jones for a first down. Wilkinson over there defensively.
I love that roll pass call, man. You bunch it up, create a traffic issue on defense, and just get your guy the ball. Adam Jones on a high completion throw. First down, Montana State.
Yeah, you know, as solid he is running the ball, I think it's almost underappreciated how good he is catching the ball. He's a true Swiss Army knife, guys. I mean, the kid is very FCS version maybe of McCaffrey. I mean, he can do it all. I love what he can do catching the rock, not just running it.
22 catches this year. First down from the 35. Quarterback keeper, and hit hard is Lamson as he gets up to the 39 for 3 yards. Now a message from Whitefish Credit Union.
Instant replays and is proud to open a new branch right here in Missoula, marking a major expansion for Montana's largest credit union.
2nd and 7.
How tough is this kid, man? Justin Lamson, 6'2", 220, running the ball like a running back. He's got darn near 600 yards rushing on the season as the quarterback. And oh yeah, 2,000 passing.
Jones to his left. They'll run it with Jones, trying to cut back, and he's dropped at the 42. Short gain, and this is a big series here, and a big play, 3rd and 5. Juliel Pupu on the stop.
It is, Trey, you're right. I mean, Montana came out and set the tone, took a bunch of time off, and finished it with 7 points. How's the guys in white and gold today going to respond to this in this epic middle of November matchup?
3rd down. Number 14, Taco Dalla hasn't had the ball yet often. What are we going to see?
They're 3 of 7 on 3rd downs. Blitz is coming. Juliel Pupu after the quarterback. And down he goes. Dietrich got him from the backside.
The big fella out of Havre, Montana, a senior. 3 sacks coming into the game. Just finds the football. Nice job by him. no-brainer, and that you got to bring out the punt team. Excellent job by Roger Cooper and Tim Houck's defense.
Double coverage on Taco Dowler over the top with Diesel Wilkinson and Micah Harper. Taking Lamson off his read, giving Dietrich a chance for a sack.
That's a farm and football guy growing up from Havre, Montana. Vocal leader with a big play. Froker to punt it away now. High kick. Deck waits on it. Fields it at the 14. He makes a move and he's out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Excellent punt from Froker. Montana has the football back though. They lead by 4 late third quarter. You're watching Scripps Sports Saturday Showdown presented by Whitefish Credit Union. What a game. Brawl of the Wild. Montana State. Number 2 against number 3. National seeding implications. Big Sky Trophy. Great Divide Trophy. It's all out there. And this has been a fun game to follow, guys.
Yeah, I mean, and the winner, by the way, gets the number 2 seed, which means you're home throughout. You keep winning, you keep winning. You get to go to Nashville, Tennessee to play for a national championship.
I got on first down to the air. Wortham's got it, and he's out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's a short gain, but that gets you 4 on that play to the sideline.
Well, you talked about it, Coach, with that seeding. Depending on who wins and who loses here in this game, you know, these teams probably are going to have a chance at seeing each other again this year.
No doubt.
And is it going to be the semifinal or the chipper? But what venue is it at?
No doubt, Jordan. And you and I both know that you know, there's got to be a loser, but it's how you lose. And the way these 2 teams are playing, neither will drop very far with a loss.
Here's Gilman on the ground after Wortham's first catch of the game, and short yardage to the 23. Grace, let's check in with you.
Yeah, just a quick injury report. J.J. Dolan, a Sentinel defensive back. You see him with the towel over his head right there. He's in a boot, in a hoodie, in street clothes, not with a helmet. You see crutches to the left of him, guys.
Oh, I hate to see that, guys.
Yeah, his dad is a Grizzly alum, played ball, had a good conversation at the Cal Poly game. Yeah, that's tough.
Third down, 4. Minute 20 to go, third quarter. Empty set this time for Montana. Ayat underneath, Wortham through his hands, and it's picked off into the hands of Dowler. Caden Dowler. He's in, touchdown Montana State.
Unbelievable. They got the matchup they wanted. They got one of their best players, Michael Wortham, on a linebacker. Cole Taylor. Jordan, and like I said, he's making the case for the defensive MVP out of Billings, Montana, Caden Dowler.
And he might have just solidified it right there. Michael Wortham runs an angle route on the inside. Cole Taylor, linebacker in coverage. I love watching that kid play. And Johnny on the spot, Caden Dowler. Good things happen to those that run to the football. And man, that guy exemplifies it.
Pick 6 against UC Davis last week. Big Sky Defensive Player of the Week, and one right there to put Montana State back in front. The cowboy hat, the takeaway hat, displayed by number 5.
Oh, they love that cowboy hat. I know Coach Sean Howe would love to see it a lot more today, but you know, again, things start kind of tipping into Montana's favor. And you know, I said Cole Taylor tipped the ball. He didn't. That was just an off-target throw, Jordan, by Ott, I think, and it was just a little too far for Wortham. And that being said, good things happen to good people and players that run the football. Shoot, my old large rear could have maybe made that play. I don't know if I could have scored there, but I might have been able to make it. Heck of a job. Nice job by Solano, too, blocking downfield, getting him into the end zone.
Dowler always in the right spot.
He's a good player. I mean, he's a good footballer. That's right. I mean, listen, both the brothers, I mean, you see them on the street. I mean, they're not big, imposing dudes, but they're just outstanding football players that play the game the right way. I mean, I'm telling you, they're tough, physical. They love to play ball. They're awesome, man.
So there's our first turnover. We almost had a couple early on in this second half.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where you just can't have them, and Montana does. We'll see how Montana responds, but I just can't stop watching Cole Taylor. Yes, he didn't make the PBU, but it was tight coverage, and he forced KLE to put it out in front of his guy a little and tip the ball.
Wortham's going to get a chance now. Wortham across the 30 and up to the 37. Good return, and he's got some words to say after the disappointment of that last series. How about Caden Dowler last week against the Aggies? What a game. 2 picks and a 6.
Yeah, I was off the call because ESPN picked it up at, it was like 8:30. I mean, it kind of was late. But my goodness, I'll tell you what, UC Davis is a good football team. But to me, after a little back and forth in the first quarter, there was never a doubt. This kid is special, guys. He is flat special. And like I said, he's 1,000% making a case for defensive MVP of the Big Sky.
Now Wortham sets him up like he did in the first half with good field position. They're going to start from the 37. Back and forth we go. And the first turnover, Montana State jumping out in front. Play action to the sideline. Catch made by Blake Bohannon. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And a pickup of 6.
Just watching you fellas over the past few months, it seems like Blake Bohannon's really come on strong lately. The Kennesaw State transfer has become the third leading receiver for Ayat. He's been playing good football.
Yeah, I mean, he averages 16.5 yards a catch. He's a real chunk player. I mean, 7 yards, 6 yards. They go him, he's a big target.
Gilman spinning for a first down up to the 48. Looked like a little misdirection there. At least the running back was going away and then came back to the football. Yeah, interesting call.
He was kind of pacing a little bit and then saw that hole and boom! Right up the middle, north-south. Exactly what you want to do. Coach Justin Green, also the recruiting coordinator, an old friend. We used to work together. I think he does an outstanding job with these tailbacks. That one in particular, I think he's one of the best in the country.
Could be the final play of this third quarter. To the air, Ayat. Davis the catch, trying to turn the corner. He does! Davis down the sideline. And hammered by Dowler out of bounds inside the 20. Brooks Davis showing that speed. He's such an athlete.
Heavyweight slugfest, man. Montana State strikes on defense. Montana, explosive play going into the fourth quarter on offense.
33 yards to get him right back after the turnover. Montana in a good spot as we get ready to start this fourth quarter. What a battle with a Big Sky title on the line. 3-point game. Grizz driving. One quarter to go. Brawl of the Wild. Big Sky title on the line after a 33-yard catch by Davis. Ayat rolling right, and a flag is thrown as the catch is made by Wortham near the stick at the 9-yard line. And Ayat is shaken up.
Ayat's down, and God, this kid is a tough dude, man. The shot he took against Sac State, my God, he just gets back up. Interesting to see what the flag here is. Great throw and strike, knowing you're getting hit. And he's feeling it.
He took a shot at Sac State and bounced back from that one.
Ineligible player downfield, number 72, the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Kate Klimzak.
That's part of the trouble that you get into in these RPO situations, but take a look at Kaylee Ayat delivering the strike, coming back.
That's a good, clean football hit.
That's football.
First and 15 now. It's a reverse. Here's Davis. He's got a convoy in front of him. Davis cuts it back. Davis to the 5. Davis to the pylon. There's a flag down. He scores, but there's a flag in the Montana backfield.
Gentlemen, I think we're going to have a hold. It's usually...
It's that area, isn't it?
It is, man.
Holding number 84 of the offense.
Big Evan Schaefer.
Penalty, still first down.
Yeah, but both sides, I'll say this, both sides have had some inopportune penalties, man, that have, kind of killed the drives. Look at where they're going to put this football. Right when things are going really, really well, you're starting to get in, creep in that low red zone. They got to clean it up.
There he is right there, Evan Schaefer. Yep, he got him. Well, Kenny Iden, that's a veteran move there. Get him underneath the pads. I used to do it on special teams. They usually don't see it. But Iden being strong, creating some separation and showing that there was indeed a hold there That's a big negative for Montana on a couple of those plays there coming back, putting themselves in tough position.
Game clock to 14:37.
So now you've got a 1st and 25. Line to gain is the 8.
Thank you. It will start on the snap.
You're a little bit outside of Morrison's field goal range as well right now.
Down in distance, about 1st and Frenchtown. That's about 15 miles east of here.
Haven't seen a bunch, but Coach P's usually used to like the screen game with this long down in distance.
Gilman, and he gets him a couple to the 31. Now, you also may be thinking here, let's at least get a manageable field goal attempt. You're down 3. You've got to come out with something on this drive, don't you?
No doubt about it. You got to remain aggressive. You got to treat the sticks as if it were 1st and 10 or 2nd and long, like Coach just said, trying to get something in the middle of the field. Screen game going to Eli Gilman or Michael Wortham.
Wortham, Deck, and Bohannon split left. Schaefer's a tight end on the left side of the formation.
He's ineligible right here.
Not yet, backside pressure. Kaylee's going to run, trying to get away from Brott. Throws on the run downfield for Wortham. He's out of bounds.
I tell you what, a guy we haven't called a lot lately. Watch the pursuit by the Moose out of Billings West. Paul Brott here at the end. He's been dinged up. I mean, he's a savage, man. He's a warrior. I would imagine, I don't know, I don't have little birdies like I used to, but I wouldn't be shocked if he needs a little postseason surgery. But what a big fella, 300-pounder. And again, that's a heck of a throw. It's just a little wide.
Ooh, be careful over there.
Sideline cowboy hat taking a hit on the north end zone.
3rd and 23 now. They'll set up Deck on the screen. That gets him some yardage inside the 30. Conservative call as Parsons is down now for Montana State on the other side of the field, but it does give Morrison a chance to square this one.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a conservative call. Like you said, though, Trey, just get back into a field goal, manageable field goal situation. Hate to see Hunter Parsons down, but I tell you what, a healthy Taki Yu was shot out of a cannon there from the free safety position. Young man of Provo, Utah, younger brother of Danny Yu, very good inside linebacker for the Cats. He made a nice play. I hope Hunter Parsons are okay.
Yeah, we hope he's all right. He took a shot down there in the south end zone. Just looks like he's battling, man.
And we heard from Grace, they've already lost J.J. Dolan to an injury. So a big field goal attempt here for Ty Morrison. He is 6 for 10.
What a response by Montana State, taking advantage of some momentum shift by the Montana Grizzlies and bowling up here in the red zone and forcing a kick here by Ty Morrison. But man, if Ululi Lakepa does not make that play, that's big time, man.
This is from 45 to be a season long for Morrison, trying to even this thing up. Kick is on the way, it's blocked. It's out of bounds. Big block for Montana State. The first time Morrison has been blocked on a field goal attempt this season.
Defense is showing up, man, for Montana State. Pick 6, blocked field goal. There's a reason why they are the best in the country. Take a look.
You're gonna see it, and oh, by the way, guys, he's from Missoula, Montana. Zach Cruz, originally supposed to be a Grizzly. Things didn't quite work out. My goodness, has this kid made a bunch of plays, maybe none bigger in his career than that one right there. Number 36, good shot of defensive coordinator Sean Howe and his group bowling up in this epic battle.
Bobcats have the ball and the lead. They'll hand it off to Jones. Oh man, he's hit hard in the hole and driven to the sideline by TJ Roush. Still got 5 on the play.
Missoula Sentinel against Missoula Sentinel. Adam Jones and TJ Roush, like a couple of Rams taking off and just locking horns. What a collision.
13 minutes to go. Big Sky title on the line.
Heavy unbalanced formation into the boundary. The motion Lancioni back to the field.
Jones, he's got a first down. Running hard to the 46-yard line. The sophomore, Atluski on the stop.
Montana State here trying to flex that muscle. Use those big guys up front and those workhorses at running back to try to eat this clock up. Take a look at the surge. Working off the double teams to the second level and linebackers in unison.
Good run play.
You mentioned Montana kids stepping up. It's a culture fit for both of these programs. Montana kids in the biggest game of their careers. First down. Lampson to the sideline. And the catch made by the tight end, Rocky Lencioni, who's been a good red zone guy, the redshirt freshman on the draft.
Sounds like we're just hammering this one home, but that young man right there, the Italian stallion out of Bozeman, Montana. My goodness, this is fun, fellas. You know, God, it's good to work with you, because I got to tell you, the last few brawls have, well, they've been a little lopsided, as you know.
2nd and 8. Good catch, but also good tackle. A short gain right there.
It's just good ball all around, good clean football being played here in Washington-Grizzly today.
Lencioni shifts in motion. Lampson, pressure coming, over the middle, catch made. It's hauled in by Steele, and he's got a first down to the Grizz 42-yard line. Kenzel Lawler on the stop.
Again, drop back pass all the way, you know, just 5-man protection. I mean, good clean pocket. Good route. Dane Steele's really come on the scene this year too. I mean, we all talk about Taco Dowler and Chris Long, and, you know, some of the primetime dudes. But when you need a play, I'm telling you, Dane Steele's going to come up with it.
Lampson now 14 of 16. He's been efficient. He has been all season long. Jones has a seam. He slips and goes down at the 32. He doesn't slip. He's got a chance to maybe take that one to the goal line.
Yeah, I think he hits his head on the goalpost on that one if he doesn't get bit by the turf shark. I think just parts like the Red Sea. Linebackers not getting off of blocks. Exceptional job in the run game by Montana State on this drive.
12-yard pickup, first down at the Montana 32. Approaching 10 minutes to go in this one. It's been a seesaw battle. Lampson, Jones, he's getting the workload now. Blue collar as he's driven out of bounds. Peyton Wing there.
Adam Jones, 3rd in leading receptions on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a receiver, he's a running back, guys. And this kid catch the ball out of the backfield. Coach was telling me about it earlier. He's got to line up and slot, too, and he can run the whole route tree.
He's a very special athlete. You know, and Coach Vegan, I think, took a real offense earlier in the season. Like, what's wrong with Adam? What's wrong? Adam's an excellent football player who is very productive for this offense, trust me.
The preseason Big Sky MVP, 2nd down and 5. It's Davis now as they change it up and they give it to number 32. He's down to the 28, a little bit short of the free safety on the stop.
Montana State is not rushing the football for 350 plus anymore, but they're still 4th in the country in doing so and running the ball. And you can see exactly what the game plan, the mindset of Coach Vegan, Coach Steerbeck, and the offensive staff right now is, let's keep chewing up this clock. Let's keep chewing up this clock, and if we can add another 3 to 7 points, all the pressure is on the guys in maroon and silver.
3 of 8 on 3rd downs, 3rd and 1. Play fake. Lampson rolling. Lampson gonna take off. He's got a first down. Lampson to the 10, to the goal line. Touchdown, Montana State.
Whammy! You talk about a dude. The guy you want with the football when the game is on the line. What a competitor. What a gift for Bobcat Nation. This guy is a dude. I'm telling you this right now, and I've said it throughout the year. If he sticks around and plays one more year, he will be known as one of the greats in Montana State history. And yes, I'm talking about Lule. I'm talking about McGee. Justin Lampson.
Touchdown pass, now a touchdown run, and they extend the lead here with under 9 minutes to go.
Lampson over 250 on the day, completing 88% of his passes. And on the ground, man, 49 yards.
The junior from California doing it with his feet in this one. 10-point lead for the visitors.
Today's game is sponsored by the University of Montana. Our mission is Montana. Town Pump. Pump it up. Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Your Montana Chevy dealers. And Montana State University. Mountains and Mines.
That's what's at stake. Great Divide Trophy, Big Sky Trophy, 10-point lead for Montana State after a Lampson touchdown run. And that kick is fielded by Rocker at the goal line. Stevie Rocker hemmed in, and he goes down to 17. 8:52 to go. A turnover and a blocked field goal end up biting the Grizz here in the second half.
Well, we talked about it at half. Who's going to protect the ball and sustain that control on offense and defense? And Montana throws the pick on that drive, comes up with the block kick here. Cruz from Montana State, and then you'll get the hold on the touchdown. 3 big negative plays there, and Montana State takes advantage and captures it. And that's the reason they got a 10-point lead, ladies and gentlemen.
You can see the total yardage. Montana, 163 yards through the air from Ayat. Back to throw it. Goes to the sideline. Gilman the catch. And he's out of bounds after a short gain of 3 yards. Neil Daly, the junior from Billings, on the stop.
There's a good shot of Coach Vegan right there. You know, this guy's done a lot. One thing he has not done is one right here in Missoula. This would be a massive win for he and this program. Lots of ball left though, fellas.
36-3 in Big Sky games. Ayat, Davis makes a man miss. Brooks Davis to the outside. What a game for the redshirt freshman. That's 10 catches. He's over 100 yards. Caden Dowler on the stop.
There's so much attention on Michael Worthen and Eli Gilman that these other guys like Brooks Davis, who is dangerous, is coming into his own and taking advantage of these opportunities at man-to-man situations on the perimeter.
He's a star in the making, one of the top FCS freshmen. Wide receiver from Brentwood, California. First down. They're going to run it. Gilman sees a seam, and he's across the 35, short of the first down. Daly the tackle at the 36.
And they went a real wide bunch formation back to the field, you know, trying to play the numbers game there, guys, and get linebackers removed from the box. Give it to your workhorse, Eli Gilman. Good shot of that young man. I love. He came in as the second leading receiver. Love the way he plays, and what a big-time performance.
Guys, this is starting to look like a must-have drive for Montana with the clock ticking. Here's Bohannon to the sideline, and he has a first down out of bounds. I guess they inbounds at the 47. Seth Johnson on the tackle.
No doubt about it, though, Trey. I mean, you got 7.5 minutes here. Montana's taking high percentage throws, going some tempo, and continuing to try to move the sticks with some urgency. But you've got to think probably 3 possessions max, so you must score with a 2-score game here.
Bunch formation, top of the screen. They're going to run it, though, with Gilman. Sheds a tackler. Gilman turns the corner. Look out. There goes Eli. End zone, Eli for 6. 52 yards.
Big-time play by a big-time player, man. This guy is one of the best players in FCS. No question in my mind he's going to be an All-American. We talk about how good, how sound, how well the defensive unit for the Cats leveraged the ball. They lost leverage big time. You don't have a defense if you don't have an edge. And watch this, guys. No edge, miss. No edge, miss. Great perimeter blocking. No edge, no defense. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
And, Coach, you taught us as linebackers, backs with elite vision, you must own your leverage. And Eli Gilman, he set that up by drawing the defense in, knowing that he needs to win against their leverage. What a tremendous play by number 10, the All-American, Eli Gilman.
Still 6:59 to go. 15 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown. One of the greats in Montana history. He gets him within 3. (31-28), Eli Gilman, a touchdown run. Time now for a check of this week's Williams Plumbing and Heating poll question. You can visit them at williamsplumbing.com. Today's question, who will win the 124th Brawl of the Wild? Right now the Bobcats have the lead, but this one could come down to the final play. Keep them coming. What a game here in Missoula. Gilman, FCS active leader in rushing touchdowns, now with 45. Drawing him within 3 as Joe Silver again will man the kickoff specialist duties from the 35-yard line. And back deep, Jabez Woods. Woods will field it. He's coming out of there. And he's upended at the 21-yard line. Flag is on the field. Tanner Huff on the tackle.
Tell you, Tanner Huff is a special teams machine, man. I love the way he plays the game. You can tell he's taught by Coach Tim Houck, man. I love it. And where's he from? Butte, America. Former walk-on. Love these guys. That's what, to me, guys, that's what's still cool about college football and this level of college
During
ball.
the return, holding number 91 of the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's Seth Brock, the guilty party. Let's go back. Previous series.
Take a look at the run right on the left side. Pamphilov here. Exceptional blocking by the offensive line against Kenny Iden. High impact player. You're going to get a stiff arm. And Eli Gilman with the wiggle and the home run juice down the sideline for a run that Montana desperately needed at this point in the ball game.
Backed up with the north end zone behind him. Raucous crowd behind Lampson as the Bobcats start this series. Jones out of the backfield. Boy, he's been big time as Otluski runs him out. Let's check in with Kyle.
I'm working with the decibel meter down here by the north end zone to start this drive. It peaked at about 109 on the decibel meter. It's been bouncing around between 100 to 105, but 109 here as the fans are getting rowdy again, guys.
Lampson now 17 of 19. He gets him a little bit away from that end zone, but still very loud.
Well, it's a good, smart play by Coach Sterbert. Just to get away from it a little bit. Get it to your dude, Adam Jones. Second and short.
Jones has 4 catches in this one. Otluski showing blitz. They'll run it with Davis. He's got a first down, breaks a tackle, and Wilkinson saves maybe a huge gain with a tackle at the 32-yard line.
That's that Midwest, just big boy pad run ball, man. Turning the legs, yards after contact.
That's a good call by you, Jordan. You know, again, following this team all year, this guy runs angry. He runs angry, and I love it. I mean, just keeps the legs turning, like you said. He is not easy to bring down.
That's our Opportunity Bank replay. Davis from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. 5:40 to go. Davis again, right up the gut, hurdles a man. He's got a first down. He's done that. We talked about it. Harper on the tackle. He looks like a track star, football player wrapped into one.
He just sets it up, man. I mean, what an athlete.
He really is, guys. And again, he had a knee injury last year. I mean, this guy, that's an athletic play. I mean, you guys saw the play against NAU that made tops. I think he's number 2 on the top 10 for ESPN. He's a workhorse. He's an athlete. He's a player.
11-yard pickup. We approach the 5-minute mark in this one. Jones will go in motion. He's bottom of the screen now. Lampson steps up. They've got him. Down he goes at the 39. Staying with it was Jake Mason.
Jake Mason, man, from Ferndale, Washington. This kid, you don't hear about him much, and then all of a sudden he makes big plays at big-time moments, and man, wasn't that one.
No question, you know, one might question or wonder a little bit, you know, you're doing some good things on the ground. You've got the lead by 3. You know, you got Juice on the loose. You got Adam Jones, then you go empty and try to throw it, get the sack, and now you're at 2nd and long.
And this plays into what the Grizz want to do with the way they come after you. 2nd and 14.
No doubt about it, and we got 3 right now. Here comes 2, Pooper off the edge.
Lampson slant. That's a great catch.
What a strike, man.
Long with the grab. He goes low to get it, to get some of the yardage back. Lawler on the tackle, 6-yard pickup.
It's a great throw. It's a great catch. You know, again, it's 3rd and 8. And the way Tim Houck and Roger Cooper run this defense, we all know there's pressure coming. It's just a matter of where and from where, you know, and what's going to go on. 18 interceptions that leads all of FCS.
Monster 3rd down play here. 3rd and 8, 3:45 to play.
Mr. 3rd down, will he get the ball or not?
Wings coming on the blitz. Lampson rolling. Lampson trying to run for it. And he stretches but does not get there. He's across midfield to the 48. Jake Mason the tackle. It sets up a 4th and 1. Wow.
I just want to say something. The effort by these 2 squads is as exceptional as it will get. They are absolutely sending it full tilt right now.
And about 5 minutes ago, guys, I said that Brent Vegan has done a lot of things. He's done a lot of things, but he hasn't won here. This might be one of the biggest decisions so far in his career in MSU right here. Here we go, 4th and 1, going for it.
Davis hammered. I think he got there. He needed the 47. He's down to the 46, and a huge first down for the Bobcats.
Knockdown, drag out, street fight in Washington-Grizzly today, man. Just bowing up on a gotta-have-it situation for Montana State.
Yeah, and now it's the game of just time, all right? And they're going to go very slow. They have to get a play off before the 2-minute timeout.
Now both teams have their timeouts remaining, all 3 for each side. First down from the 46. Handoff Davis. Davis slashing for a big gain inside the 40, and there's another 9 yards on that carry. Roush was there on the stop. Timeout Montana.
Yep, they knew the 2-minute timeout was coming.
So a 2nd and 1 when we come back. 2:07 to play. Bobby Houck's defense trying to stand up here. Down 3. Bobcats by 3. Thanks for sending in your pick to the Marsh McLennan Agency Fan Zone. A few of our favorites from today. Keep them coming. 124th Brawl of the Wild. 2nd down and 1 at the 37. Bobcats and Grizz fans glued to the set and their seats fired up here at Wa-Grizz. And there's movement, and they're going to back up. Montana State, that's Hunter Province, the sophomore tight end.
Excellent stem by that front from Montana.
Number 86 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Absolutely used to love stemming the front as a defensive coordinator, especially in an environment like this. 27,000 strong, they're going nuts. Good sharp movements by the defensive front, and sure enough, the guys in white moved.
Boy, that changes this dramatically now. 2nd and 6. Lenshoni in motion. Handoff. Jones hit. Bounces off, but he cannot get away from Lawler at the 41-yard line. 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute timeout. Another huge 3rd down play coming up. 2 minutes to go from Washington-Grizzly Stadium. 2 minutes to go. Bobcats, Grizz for the Big Sky title. Today's Red Zone recap brought to you by the AVA Law Group. Bobcats trying to get to the red zone. If they do, they might be the winners in this one. Here's what's happened so far. 3rd and 5. Brent Vigen trying to pull off a huge win. Number 3 against number 2. In motion is Dowler. He's hit. He fakes it to him. Lamson keeps it, and he's got a first down. The great ball fake to Dowler, and Lamson moves the chain.
And look at the shot. He either takes or gives right here. My goodness. I mean, watch this. You talk about a tough dude. This is a heck of a shot.
That's Roush.
It don't matter. He gets up. Let's go.
Look at this, 7-0 when they feed the beast. Under 2 minutes to go, and Montana has 2 timeouts remaining.
12 personnel trade into the boundary. You got to believe they're just going to keep going split zone, mid zone. Give it to Adam Jones or Justin Lamson.
It's Jones, and he's knocked down at the 32. Now again, Bobby Houck and company have 2 timeouts remaining.
Timeout.
And we'll use one here.
Their second charge timeout.
Now a message from Whitefish Credit Union.
Instant replays and is proud to open a new branch right here in Missoula, marking a major expansion for Montana's largest credit union.
All right, 1:24 left. Montana has 1 timeout remaining, and if you're a Bobcats fan here and Brent Vigen, run the ball, use that clock as much as you can. Montana hoping they've got precious seconds left if they can get a stop here.
Run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. protect the football, let the big men do their thing, give it to your playmakers, which one of them is the guy taking the snap, and run the damn ball.
228 rushing for the Bobcats. And if you're Montana, you'd like to make a play. They've made big ones all year defensively.
Well, it's no secret what Montana's going to do. They're going to try to create opportunities with pressure where they've been so successful. Maybe try to force a false start or a turnover.
Lamson, handoff, Jones, he turns the corner, and he's inside the 20, and that might have sealed the deal. Adam Jones, a monster game, 15-yard pickup, and Brent Vegan senses it.
What a knockdown drag out today. Montana State with the edge. You see Adam Jones fired up there. Both teams slugging it out. I think that solidifies the rankings for these two squads, setting themselves up for the postseason, and Montana State probably earning that 2 seed.
The greatest formation in the history of football right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's called victory. Victory formation. More often than not, you lose the football game. The Montana State Bobcats came in and won the game. No turnovers, clean, except for a little push and shove right now.
Well, you can't say enough about Justin Lamson. 18 of 20 passing. A touchdown run, a touchdown pass. And our Whitefish Credit Union player of the game is Justin Lamson.
Again, this kid will never pay for a beer in Bozeman again, man. I'm just telling you. Unbelievable competitor. Unbelievable competitor. He gets hit, man. But it's like he likes it. Like, he wants to get hit. He wants the contact.
Gosh, he's impressive. Just poised, and you said it. He takes shots, but he just keeps coming. He stays calm, and man, I mean, look at his efficiency. 18 of 20.
But that's what he's done all year, guys. I mean, he's still 4th in the FCS in completion percentage. He is sharp. He hasn't thrown an interception since early September. 0 interceptions in Big Sky plays officially done. Incredible.
At Stanford, committed to Bowling Green. Coaching change there, ends up in Bozeman. And what a season for him and this Bobcats program. They started slow, losing to Oregon and South Dakota State. They finished strong. Big Sky champions as they win the 124th Brawl of the Wild. And Vegan gets the Gatorade bath.
Vegan deserves a Gatorade bath. You're going to see the two head ball coaches shake hands. Again, you know, this rivalry is so great, you know, and it can get nasty at times. A lot of times it's the fan bases that make it nasty, Jordan. You know that. As a player and a coach, there's a common respect. I mean, there is.
It's just ball at that point.
It is. For 60 minutes, you got to hate each other, no doubt. But more often than not, you're shaking hands at the end and becoming friends. You know, you got Bobcat friends. I know it's painful to say at times.
Some of my best friends.
Exactly.
People don't like to say that Coach Vegan and Coach Alec are actually buddies, you know. But hey, this is one of the best rivalries, and it showed that way today, guys. I mean, what a matchup. They're walking the trophy around today.
18th Big Sky title and the Great Divide Trophy as well. Let's head on the field. Here's Grace Lawrence.
Justin, take me inside your head right now. You just took down the number 2 team in the country on the road. The first time the Cats did it since 2018.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people didn't think we could do it, you know what I mean? And we put that chip on our shoulder, just kept fighting. You know, there was times we were down, and Caden Dallard putting us back in it, you know, giving us the ball. Guys just making plays. I'm so happy to be part of this team. The best decision I ever made was to come to Montana State, so just super blessed. Thankful that's a good team, but so happy I'm with these guys.
4th and 1, 4th down. You guys were so efficient. How'd you do it?
Just the grit. I mean, we lost on a 4th and 1 to South Dakota State. We told ourselves that's never going to happen again. And, you know, we're just trying to live by that motto. Hell of a team over there, but so proud of how these guys worked all year. Pretty awesome.
A lot of people this week talked about how you've never played in Washington-Grizzly Stadium before. Describe this atmosphere for me, getting a win in a place like this.
Yeah, great atmosphere. Bobcat Stadium's better, but I'm just, like I said, you know, a lot of people didn't think I could do it, you know what I mean? I saw the noise, but I wouldn't do it without the guys on my team. Everybody in the building believed in me, and that's all I really care about, so.
You talked about Vegan. Vegan took a chance on you. You took a chance on Montana State. What does he mean to you?
He means the world to me. I've had a tough career. You know, I've been benched a whole bunch. You know, I had bad games, but I'm so happy I'm with these guys. I love playing with them. I just want to go celebrate with them.
Go celebrate, Justin. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Grace. NCAA runner-up a year ago. You lose Tommy Millott, different team, but Brent Vigen just keeps churning along, and this is another big victory in the breadbasket for this program.
New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new quarterback, and it's like, and that's a compliment to Brent Vigen. He's been losing coordinators all 5 years, and it's like he's getting better, and now he's got that victory in Missoula. It's incredible, man, and the last road team to do this was in 2018, and I was here, man. It was the miracle in Missoula, as they call it, on the other side of the divide. It looks so much like this, clear. And Jordan, you know this, man, to carry that 306-pound piece of copper around the field, it means the world to these guys. And my goodness, they came here and won the football game. They did it the right way. What a game.
It was. What a game. I mean, you can't say enough about the quality of play between the two teams. It was clean football. Montana State, opportune on defense, comes up with the massive play to swing the momentum and get them out ahead, block the kick, and now they're going to take that trophy back to Bozeman. I remember as a player being able to walk that thing around. It's something you think about all season, something you work for all off season. What a special moment for all these guys who have worked hard in the regular season to set themselves up for the postseason.
Arguably the biggest stage for this rivalry, 2 against 3. This did not disappoint. This is good for college football.
It's awesome for college football. And what, Jordan, you said at the end there about the block kick. Guys, almost 80% of the time, if you get a blocked kick, you're going to lose the football game, and that one's going to haunt Coach Houck and this Grizzly team.
Here's Grace with Coach Vigen.
Coach, congratulations. And also your first win in Washington-Grizzly Stadium. How'd you get it done today?
Offense, defense, special teams, everybody contributed. They were going to do some things, and they did. Credit to them. They got a really good football team, but I think every time they did, we responded. And told the offense after we went up 10 that they were going to get a chance to close it out, and they did that. And that's what we need to be about, finding a way to continue to get things done.
You've been honest about how much Justin Lamson means to you, how the stars aligned for you two to come together. To see him come up in the way he did today, what does he mean to you in this program?
We needed him. I know that. That's why we brought him in. And, you know, I can't thank him enough for believing in us. And then, you know, our team accepting him, just doing everything he could to immediately become part of it. And, you know, performances like that today, you'll be remembered forever in Bozeman, Montana. I know that much.
You said earlier this week you weren't going to let 0-2 start on the season, right the season. How has this team grown since the Gold Rush loss?
You know what? I think we knew that we should have won that game, and we didn't. It was because of things we did. What could we correct? And I think that's the mode we've been in since week 1. Honestly, even the loss at Oregon. What can we do to continue to get better? And there'll be things today I know we can, because we got a bunch of football ahead of us, and we got to find a way to keep climbing.
You've built this program up for 5 years. This team, a young team. Why is this team so special? What do they mean to you?
Well, we lost a lot last year, but those guys set the foundation, and this group didn't want it to be about what we didn't have. It was about what we have coming back and what we added. And those guys, again, going back to January, of just saying one step at a time, let's keep figuring it out. Let's get into the season and find out who we are and keep moving forward.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Grace. 2-time Big Sky Coach of the Year. Looks like another honor, several honors for him this year. And he seems like such a great fit for this program. And, you know the history of this rivalry, but the way he has built it up is so impressive. He's taken it to a different level.
Yeah, you talk to his 2 first-year coordinators. They're extensions of him. You talk to the guys that speak to the media, the leaders of the team. They're extensions of him. One of the guys I saw on the field come and give him a big hug right away, the new president at Montana State, Brock Tessman. And you guys both know there's jobs popping up all over the country, and there's rumors starting to go around, especially now that we're getting close to Thanksgiving. And President Trustman, all I can say is just one dude who loves football, pay him. Do whatever it takes to keep him around, because this is the best era of Montana State football ever. This is consistent winning. They're doing it the right way. The only thing they haven't done is won a national championship. And if they're gonna, in my mind, it's under the leadership of that guy.
Kaden.
Let's check in with Grace again.
A Big Sky championship. You're bringing that trophy back to Bozeman. This is the first Cat Grizz you could really play in. What's going through your head right now?
I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful God put me in this spot that I could, come out here and perform. I've lived through a couple of these through my brother. I'm just so grateful to be out here. Love these guys.
You're a Montana native. What does a win like this on the road, the first one this team's gotten since 2018, since the Miracle, what does this mean to you?
I mean, it means everything. We get to walk the streets now, not walk the alleys, is what they say. So, it's huge coming over here to the Mecca and taking advantage of all the opportunities we can get was big.
You had back-to-back Player of the Weeks. You housed another interception. What's clicking for you?
I just run to the ball. I believe that if you run to the ball, good things will happen, and it seems to have happened the last couple of weeks. I'm just grateful for everyone around me. Coaches putting me in a good position, so yeah.
I think you own that cowboy hat, that takeaway hat. That was Caden Dowler. Thanks so much, Caden.
Thanks, Grace. 6 tackles and that pick 6, and yeah, the last 2 weeks, can this guy play any better? The Davis game and then this game.
Yeah, Jordan and I were like mouthing words to each other so nobody could hear us, but did that guy just win the MVP, and did that guy just win the offensive beat? I don't know. It's not for us to decide, but you talk about performances on a big-time stage for everything on the line. It's tough in my mind for coaches not to pick the 2 best players out of this game, and it was those 2.
We're going to take a break. What a battle between these two. 2 against 3, 124th Brawl of the Wild, and the Bobcats celebrating a hard-fought win here in Missoula.
This is the Scripps Sports Saturday Showdown postgame show.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the game of the week, the game of the season, one that lived up to its billing. Casey Conlon with Scott Breen here in our postgame studio. What more could you have asked for in Missoula?
A little bit of everything. Offense, defense, special teams, turnovers, and then just a clutch win down the stretch by Montana State.
We're going to get right back out to Washington-Grizzly Stadium in a second, but first we want to show you how it all went down in case you missed anything earlier. Cats would get the ball first in that first half raucous atmosphere. Justin Lamson, maybe the biggest crowd he's ever played big, meaningful minutes in front of. He takes it down inside the Grizz 10, but then the Montana defense bears down. Lamson blitzed, eventually sacked by Caleb Otluski. MSU is to saddle for the field goal and a 3-0 lead. Montana would answer. Kaylee Ayat fires right into the end zone. Brooks Davis, what a catch. With a guy draped all over him, taps a toe. It's a 7-3 Grizz lead. Back the other way. Cats back in the red zone. The end around to Taco Dowler. Towards the goal line, down just inside the 1. Adam Jones would score a play later to make it 10-7 Cats. So 3 possessions, 3 scores. Let's jump to the second. Cats back on offense inside Montana territory. Lamson fires to a wide-open Dane Steele, the Sheridan, Wyoming Bronc. Big day for him. He's into the end zone for a 17-7 lead. MSU looks like they might open this up, but right before the half, Kaylee Ayat eludes the rush, eludes 3 tacklers, and dives over the goal line. Huge play there to make it 17-14 at the break.
And big because Montana got the ball to open the second half. Here's the receiving kickoff. Near disaster. Watch it ripped away from Michael Wortham. He dives back on to recover. Disaster averted. Grizz proceed to chew up nearly 9 minutes opening the third quarter. Guess who caps it with a touchdown? Wortham sprinting in. 21-17 ball game. Bobcats opening possession now with the third quarter. Julius Davis just trying to gain the extra yardage here. Ball pops free from him. Titan Fleischman jumps on it. Cats would later punt. Next Grizz possession. Your first turnover of the game. Ayat looking for Wortham. It's deflected right to Caden Dowler. How about another pick 6 for Caden? He had 1 last week against UC Davis. He added 6 tackles today. Just like that, Cats back on top. Fourth quarter now. Ty Morrison on to tie for Montana. 45-yard field goal attempt is blocked by Zach Cruz. Morrison's first block of the season as you look at it one more time. MSU's ensuing drive. 3rd and 1. Justin Lamson bobs and weaves. He's trying to outrun guys. He just wanted to pick up the first down, but motors into the end zone, powering in. Montana State. That was a 23-yard touchdown. Grizz now down 10. Must-score mode. You want shifty? How about Eli Gilman? Watch him break a couple tackles, and he's gone down the sidelines for a 52-yard score, suddenly just a 3-point deficit for Montana. About 5 minutes left. Bobcats trying to eat clock. Watch Julius Davis hurdle the defender. We've seen him do that earlier in the season as well. That keeps the drive moving. Same drive, 2 minutes left out of the 2-minute timeout. Critical 3rd and 5 for MSU. Lamson faked it to Taco Dowler, then powered ahead for the first down. Brent Vegan picks up his first win in Missoula, Montana State's first win since 2018. They're in victory formation and bring on the celebration for Montana State. 31-28 your final in an absolute thriller in Missoula.
All right, let's get right back out to Washington-Grizzly Stadium in Missoula, where Scripps Sports' Tom Wiley is standing by. Tom, you were there early this morning in the tailgates. You were on the field for the game. Now you're there for the reaction. What a day it was.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is one of those games that reaffirms why we love college football, or why you hate college football if you're on the other side. A heartbreaker for the University of Montana, but another incredible performance to go back-to-back in this rivalry for Montana State and make sure they get a road win, the first in this rivalry since the miracle in Missoula in 2018. But my ears are still ringing, Scott and Casey. Holy cow, the game's been over for about 10-15 minutes. The teams, as you say, posing with the trophy, the Great Divide Trophy, as well as the Big Sky Championship Trophy. And, well, what can you say? There's not a way to put this one into words. Just an incredible performance from both teams, and both fan bases were in it from the opening kickoff to the final whistle. Holy cow. And what did you guys think of the game, huh?
Hey, we're hanging in there as well. We were glued to the television, Tommy, and I'll tell you what, hard to sum up, but again, we saw a little bit of everything in that football game. We thought at first it was going to be a defensive juggernaut, and then the teams go boom, boom, boom on the first 3 possessions to score touchdowns. Ultimately, it comes down to Montana State's offense sustaining a game-winning drive down the stretch.
Yeah, without a doubt. Both teams playing really clean football, it seemed like. Not a lot of mistakes on offense, but obviously the turning point, that Caden Dowler interception, pick 6, his second in a row. He might have locked up the Big Sky Conference defensive MVP. And let's go down to the field where the action is still happening. We got Grace Lawrence standing by with JT Reed. Grace?
JT, that tweet you tweeted out after the national championship when you guys came up a bit short. I'm coming back. Is this why you came back?
Definitely. You know, games like this that make or break your career, make or break your season. I mean, these are the games that we'll remember forever. And you know, I honestly didn't come back for a single game, but I came back for the guys in that locker room. Those guys, you know, I love those guys with everything in me, and they've made my life so much better. And we couldn't have done this if it wasn't about us, if it wasn't about the team. But those guys in that locker room is what makes this place special.
One of those guys in the locker room, the guy you've been snapping the ball to all season, Justin Lamson.
Yeah.
What does he mean to you in this team?
He means everything. And honestly, like, you know, I think we have a great relationship going. And we operate the offense the same and do everything the same, but, you know, we like to joke around and say it's the California takeover in Montana. You know, the Montanans hate us Californians, but I came here to win football games and not crowd the streets. So.
It's been 7 years since a Montana State team walked into Washington-Grizzly Stadium and walks out with the Brawl of the Wild trophy. Why this team?
This team, you know, to be honest with you, we started off as an 0-2 football team. I'm sorry for spitting. We started off as an 0-2 team who had nothing, who had to figure it out. You know, we fought and fight and clawed for everything that we have now, and we've earned everything. You know, we're not here by accident, and we preach that all the time. We started as a team who had to learn how to grow up and had to learn how to take things from everybody. So, you know, I think this team just does a great job of always figuring out a way and always, you know, persevering.
You guys definitely figured it out. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate it, Grace. The JT Reed and that Montana State offensive line, just the engine that moves this Bobcat offense, as well as one of their running backs. Of course, Adam Jones had the huge game last year in the Brawl of the Wild. Nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. This year, a little bit less. He had 48 yards and 1 touchdown, but he had several huge conversions on that final drive. Just a masterful performance by the Montana State offense. And Grace Lawrence is actually standing by with Adam Jones right now. Grace?
Adam, a win back in your hometown. The evil twin, your evil twin, just celebrating you. What's going on through your head right now?
Man, I'm just so proud of this team and how we've came together. We knew that it wasn't going to be easy coming to Missoula, and I couldn't be happier how that game ended.
You know, a Montana State team hasn't won in here since 2018. Why was this team able to get the job done?
You know, this team had to figure it out early. We were an 0-2 football team. We had our backs against the wall, and we had a team meeting, and we said, you know, we're going to win out, we're going to run the table, and it's not going to be easy, but we made a bunch of sacrifices, and that was our vision, and I think it just all came together.
There's a lot of talk this week that Justin Lamson never played in Washington-Grizzly Stadium before. How do you think he played in here today?
Justin is a dog. He is the gutsiest player on this team. I'm so proud of him. I hope he sees this clip. Man, I'm so happy we have Justin on our team.
This offseason, you were an impact player who returned, but all the outside noise, who you guys lost in the portal, the graduation, the coaches. Right now, you're a Big Sky champion. You're bringing the Brawl of the Wild trophy home, and you're probably a top 2 seed in the playoffs. What does that say about this team?
I think it says a lot about Coach Vegan and our coaching staff here. You know, there was a lot of doubt before the season, but none of us inside that building had that doubt. So I think it was just us coming together, making sacrifices, Coach Herron getting us right. I'm so happy to be a part of this team.
Congratulations, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Grace. Adam Jones and that Montana State offense, 31-28 winners over the University of Montana in the 124th Brawl of the Wild, an instant classic. There's really no way to heap too much effusive praise on this game. Scott, Casey, back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. Take a breather, and we'll send it back out your way here coming up shortly. In the meantime, Casey, Montana State had not allowed a point in the third quarter since their opening 2 losses. Right. They'd outscored opponents 100-0. The Grizz chewed up that 9-minute drive, put a touchdown on the board, and looked like they had the momentum. They finally broke through, but yeah, as it turns out, not the case, as it was a punch counterpunch.
Yeah, you know, I think Montana came out and they almost fumbled that opening kickoff, right? Yeah. They jump back on it and then have that long, massive drive to take the lead. Gives you all the confidence in the world that you can go and win that game. I think they had that confidence all the way to the end. Montana State then does the same thing to end the game. Right. 7-minute drive. Never gave the ball back. There's your difference right there.
Bobby Houck and the Montana Grizzlies are at the podium. Let's go live back to Missoula right now.
Well, it was a great football game. Obviously, we would like the right team to get one more point. It was a great game, and you know, there's some in the game, whether the tip pass that they picked off and the touchdown call back. You know, those are all critical things in the game that probably ended up being the. But it was a great football game. We need to focus in. What happened to Ohio State, where they lost to Michigan, the rivalry, they went and won 4 straight and won it. All focus in on, and you know, hopefully, I think there's like as I mentioned on Monday, I think there's a lot.
So still a lot of football ahead of the Montana Grizzlies. Apologies for the technical difficulties there with Bobby frozen up a little bit. We will take a break and then come back. We've still got a lot of post-game show to bring to you right here from the Scripps Sports post-game studio. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody, inside our Scripps Sports post-game studio. If you missed it earlier, Montana State wins the 124th Brawl of the Wild 31-28 in an absolute classic game inside Washington-Grizzly Stadium in Missoula. Casey Conlon with Scott Breen here. But before we can get to anything, we're going to throw it right back to Washington-Grizzly Stadium, where some of the rest of our contingent, Tom Wiley, Ty Gregorak, and Jordan Tripp, are standing by. Guys, how good was that one?
Yeah. Scott, Casey, we were just talking before the break. We haven't had a game like that in a long time. It's been 7 years since we've had a close Brawl of the Wild. Ty, this is really how this rivalry should be.
It's how this game should have gone today. No question about it. I mean, the last handful of years, I would have never said the outcome was the way it should have been. I mean, you mentioned 2018. Obviously, I was on the staff. Kind of reminded me of that. Similar type day, but. I mean, 2 great teams, and I'm just thinking, the whole time, like, there needs to be a loser in this game, and I just hope the playoff committee, really watches this game and says, you know what, that 1,000% is two of the best 3 teams in the country, and everybody talks about, you know, are they going to play again? But my goodness, what an unbelievable game on so many levels. And you know, Jordan and I were talking about, you know, you're gonna, the Grizz are going to look at 2, 3, 4 plays that ultimately probably cost them the ball game. And against an excellent team like Montana State, you know, you got to win the game. And on those plays, they lost those plays and ultimately lost the game.
Yeah, you know, all in all, a well-executed game on both sides, it seems. Those 3 to 4 plays, though. Where would you say the turning point was in this one, Jordan?
Well, I mean, we've talked about it at length, but that drive, those 3 negative plays, the illegal man downfield, the holding on the end zone score, and then the block kick. Those 3 plays on that drive, Coach, you said it. I mean, when you get an opponent like Montana State, the margin of victory, the margin of error is so minuscule, and that's all it took. But I mean, credit to Montana State, guys, for going and taking advantage in those situations and closing the game with the ball in their hand.
Yeah, and 2 words for you. Caden Dowler. I mean, that guy balling out the past 2 weeks. 2 pick sixes, might have solidified, you know, some sort of postseason award. What do you make of his performance today and just all season?
Well, there's a good shot of, I think that's Mrs. Cruz's mom, Paula, actually giving him a hug right there. He's a ball player. I mean, he's a football player. You know, he and his brother are both football players, and the way he's played consistently throughout the season, but especially the last half of the season against one of the best teams in the country down here, UC Davis a week ago, and then just what he's done in the lead up to those games, I gotta believe he's in the running. If he didn't just win the defensive MVP, I think he's an outstanding football player.
Yeah, and Jordan, for the University of Montana, obviously no one wants to lose a rivalry game, but they're in a good position. They're still going to be, you know, a top seed, have a bye in the playoffs. What do they take away from this one to work on towards the postseason?
Yes, you lost their biggest game of the year up to this point, but with that being said, going 11-0 during the regular season, setting yourself up for postseason play in an advantageous spot, and you may have a chance to see a Montana State or a North Dakota State later in the year and put yourself in contention to go to the national championship. We remember just a few years ago, guys, when Montana State came here and lost, and then they go to the Chipper. It's not an end-all, but this is, I think, also a reassuring moment to solidify playing a quality opponent, and it comes down to the wire, and hey, you can't make mistakes, and they did, and Montana State didn't.
And Jordan, I'll just say this really quick, Tom. We're already starting to talk about the playoffs, right? Because this game's over. We're talking about, you know, both teams are going to be off for Thanksgiving. But Jordan and I both know the feeling. This is gut-wrenching for the Grizz, man. This is the game. You put your heart, soul. They're watching this game in the spring, in the summer. This is gut-wrenching. But I know Coach Houck well. He's going to get his troops to respond. They're going to be just fine.
All right. You know, I remember last year when Montana State made the national championship game. Everyone said that might have been their best chance in years. Who knows what happens in the future? This team might even be better. I mean, just talk about their prospects going forward for the rest of the season.
Tom, obviously you got to win the game. I thought Montana State was the better team last year than NDSU, but they didn't show up for a quarter and a half, you know. So this is an outstanding program. They're both outstanding programs. These are 2 great football teams. They're well coached. I can't wait to watch them through December and into January. How lucky we are as fans now.
Yeah, depending on how the committee shapes out and shakes things out, we might see them again. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it here for us at the moment. We'll send it back to Scott and Casey in the booth.
Thank you so much, guys. I mean, an incredible atmosphere to be in that stadium today, but of course, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of others were watching on TVs all across the country, all across the globe at different watch parties. One of our other team members, Ben Creighton, was out near Portland, Oregon for one. We rejoin him now, and the game might be over, but the energy remains inside Stadium's Sports Club.
Yeah, Scott and Casey, with how epic of a brawl that was, you expect an even greater atmosphere here in Portland. Like you mentioned, we're here at Stadiums after Montana State once again wins the Brawl of the Wild, taking down Montana. Like I said, a tremendous atmosphere here in Portland, and you could just hear it when Justin Lamson took off all the way down the field for that touchdown. Eli Gilman taking it to the house for the Grizz, but obviously it's the fans in the blue and gold today who are celebrating once again as Montana State wins on the road in Missoula. And you know the celebration is just going to begin here in Portland. And not just here in Portland, Oregon. You got the watch parties all over across the country, Arizona, Massachusetts, and obviously back in the Treasure State. Again, the celebration just beginning for the Montana State faithful here in the Rose City. The cowbell's ringing. Just taking it in. Again, the celebration underway here in Portland. Like I mentioned, guys, just a great atmosphere throughout the day here in Portland, and I'm sure at all the watch parties throughout the country. Montana State fans will be celebrating this one tonight and probably for a few more days, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben Creighton, out in the Portland area, and those fans just look spent.
They do. It takes a little bit of all your energy to get up for something like this, and then it all comes crashing down for a little while.
The fans on both sides likely very well spent after that one. All right, we are far from done. We'll take you back out to Washington-Grizzly Stadium, and stick around when we come back. Show you what else happened around the FCS. Welcome back in studio, everybody, to the Scripps Saturday post-game show. And there is no question the game of the day over in Missoula. I'm Scott Breen along with Casey Conlon.
Yes, indeed.
And
we've got still more groups in Missoula that we're going to get back to. Let's take it back out to Washington Grizzly with Tom Wiley standing by with our play-by-play man extraordinaire, Trey Bender. Guys, again, we've heard it from Ty and Jordan just how good of an atmosphere this was. Trey, to call something like that, I mean, where does this rank among, your kind of first year in the Big Sky here?
You know, it matches up with some of the best places I've been. I did a game at Autzen Stadium, and it's loud there. It was an Arizona State matchup, both really good teams. The closest thing I can come up with, and it's not even football related, and I don't know how you compare sports, but being at Allen Fieldhouse, which is one of the great, I guess, the meccas of college basketball, you say this is the mecca of college football. The passion, you just can't match the passion in some of these places. And this exceeded my expectations. I've been here for FCS playoff games, but nothing like this, guys. And what a great game. What a tremendous spectacle to have this on Scripps Sports.
Well, what do we think? I know we've touched on it, but I mean, the playoff committee, how can you not? I know Lehigh comes in undefeated. They win today, but boy, if you look at the dynamics and the success between the Cats and the Grizz this football season, and the tradition as well, you melt that all together in one pot. What are the odds that they are seeded 2 and 3?
Now, I think it's very likely. I mean, we don't follow, obviously, what happens as much on the East Coast. It's been mostly Big Sky, maybe some Missouri Valley. I thought the North Dakota matchup was the closest comp to Montana State, and we saw how good that game was. But I just feel like this team is on a collision course, should they handle business in Montana State to be that 2-3. North Dakota State, clearly the number one, that's without question, but I don't know how you can avoid it, and I think they want that, don't they? The committee wants that. It's good for college football.
Yeah, absolutely, and just looking at the result of this game, the past few years, it's been a blowout, and those teams have dropped a little bit further in the rankings than they wanted to, but this was as close, a good a football game as you can possibly get, so the committee's going to look at this, and they're not going to penalize Montana for that very much, so I could absolutely see both these teams getting a top 3 seed, staying 2-3, and then earning that first round bye and maybe a collision course in the semifinals.
No question. It came down to one turnover being the difference. Ball security, both coaches talked about it, and sometimes it happens. And Dowler, right place, right time, credit to him. The guy just is a magnet to the football. What else can you say?
Right?
He was fantastic.
Yeah, Caden Dowler obviously coming in here, a twin of Taco Dowler. Everyone knows Taco, everyone knows Taco Tuesday. Everyone knows the NIL deal in Montana. If he scores a touchdown, you get a taco from Taco Treat. But Caden's a pretty good baller as well. So those Dowler brothers just balling out all season. Caden might have locked up that Defensive Player of the Year award.
One of the great rivalries in sports, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody, like you said, Tom, knows Taco, but as we've kind of found out over the years here, Caden, when he was a kid, his nickname was Burrito. He just chose not to stick with it.
True story.
Though maybe after this, maybe Taco Treat wants to go back to him and say, hey, maybe we can offer a couple deals out there.
Aim higher than Taco Treat. Go with Chipotle or Taco Bell. I mean, you guys are national names at this point.
Yeah.
Taco Treat is great. Never mind. I'm from Great Falls. I love Taco Treat, but those guys deserve all the tacos.
Well, you know, I don't know about tacos, but I just, for football games, this was as good as it gets, guys. Enjoyed it.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Enjoy.
What a great one.
Enjoy the rest of your time in Missoula, and you know, maybe take a little break after that one. Still plenty of playoff football to go. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're here with Jill Valley from our Missoula affiliate. And Jill, the Brawl of the Wild's about football. It's also about atmosphere and pageantry. And it's made so by some of the voices involved.
Oh, absolutely. And Grizz Nation was lucky this year. There were 8 home games. So we got a lot of football locally. And we know there's the voice of the Grizz in Riley Corcoran. We have our amazing sports team for Scripps that's got the play-by-play in the color. But when it comes to the stadium, the voice that 25 to 30,000 fans are going to hear throughout the game is Peter Christian, doing it for 28 years. So this year, for the first time, he missed 1 game, and Grizz Nation was shook. They didn't know what to do. So I went to find out, is he okay? And how long are we going to hear Peter Christian over the PA system?
If you don't do something with that voice, it'll be a crime.
Those words from a high school English teacher made Peter Christian realize he had something special. And for 28 years, touchdown, Michael Wortham! Christian's voice has been the constant at Washington-Grizzly Stadium.
What's that smell?
Although he tells me it was rough going at first.
I would say my first 2 years were abysmal. Okay, I mean, I was not very good the first 2 years.
Today, watching Christian work game day is like watching a master craftsman, prepping with surgical precision alongside spotter and friend John Wall.
I get there about 2 hours early because we have this, as you saw, the huge notebook. I put on my headphones when I get there, and there's nobody else around, and I sit there and I read every single word in that book from beginning to end before anybody else gets there, because there's always a mistake.
You got in the end zone, right? When those headphones go on, the world disappears.
I have one job to do, and that is to be the PA, to inform the people in the stadium what's going on the field. That's my job. That's all I care about.
He cares a lot about Saturday's outcome.
Absolutely love spanking the Bobcats. I love beating them like a drum. The close games, I'm right up there with everybody else, just gnawing on my fingernails, just like everybody. Craving something fresh and flavorful.
Peter's broadcasting career has netted him awards and accolades, but it's his time way up on top of Washington-Grizzly Stadium, where he shares his gift with fans.
As far as doing the games, I will do them until I can't do them anymore, or they just say, Peter, time to retire.
45 seconds.
Yeah, great story, Jill. Peter, just one of the guys who makes Grizz game day what it is.
Absolutely, and he makes no secret that he is a big Grizz fan. Didn't quite fall the way he probably wanted it to, but you know what? Today was a great day for Montana and both teams, because you know what? It's not over yet. We got more football to come, and that's the best part of this.
Postseason on tap, likely some more home games in Bozeman and Missoula. Jill, thank you so much.
You bet. This was fun. I like your hat. Scripps Sports. Woo!
We made it. Holy cow, folks. There's still people on the field. There's all kinds of stuff going on. We got press conferences. We got all sorts of things. But that'll wrap us up here from Washington-Grizzly Stadium. Scott Casey, thanks for letting us join you. Back to you.
Tom, I think they need your help carrying the Great Divide Trophy back to Bozeman. Get down there.
Go muscle up. It's only 300-some plus pounds, right?
Exactly. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate everyone there at WaGrizz today, again, for an incredible thing. That about does it for us now. One thing we do want to make sure that we're paying attention to tomorrow is the FCS selection show. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on ESPNU, we know NDSU will be 1. We know Montana State will be 2. Then it's the question, does Montana stay at 3? Do they fall behind a Lehigh maybe that comes up to 3-4 because it determines what a national semi could be? Again, Montana and Montana State have never met in the FCS playoffs. If they're 2 and 3, that certainly could happen.
Twice in the span of a month. We'll find out, right? All right, let's get you out of here, and we'll show you some quick video of the game. If you missed any of it, again, thank you for joining us all season long here on the Scripps Sports post-game, pre-game, and halftime shows. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the playoffs. Until next year, good night.